Oh, Nyamiadum. Ellen Road. It is soon nearby, but be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Which bounce is
I don't pay. Yes, oh share your numbers.
I'm a fraud job.
Maybe. Oh yeah, numbers. Yeah.
See me, I'm a home. See me, I'll go away.
Or form.
Aye.
And who's a reporters? I'm at 2 Mogu Abontin. So I'm a report. No, almost the ama numbers in what form. Just for do Duana hospital. Duana.
That's a football fans. Yes, show
you
football fans. Yes, show moment time shows. The Barca for lose or mountain.
I know correct. Now no more show me 3.
Oh my
Barca for you.
Oh my Chelsea for Chelsea for
Arsenal ball 1-1. Arsenal for
oh Arsenal 1-1 say do remember.
Mo kwaje 3-1. Say yes we be hospital bia why ma.
Ada Everton she would have wouldn't be twa hwe e okro.
OPD ho nyina.
O do say OPD emergency na Man United football.
Yes we nyina ya ma. Obe share Chelsea ni bia na ni akeka kom ene na ni ase ahon no. Adey.
Adumare dey o Jado.
Na kofunim. Yeah, production meeting na me catch am say da no to nyum bia so nyum bi na me de. Nti to nyum na nka enfans.
Na say una yo de tuma pejama me.
Me say nyum nam toy.
Yeah, nyum ne say na agreement man to ni.
To asoro nyum ne enfans start program.
Jometo nyum.
To na enfans start.
O mum to ji permission wono ma clean e na bo. Say be yen to copyright.
O de enye mempe de ono akasa boy.
O be do apo.
Me per o version.
Me rendishi no.
O
pejama me ne enko.
Me say me nim kro. Da no to na me refi.
No me tati Jatabru adom kiki any Jometo na boy.
Jatabru.
So look you.
Ready ya.
You not to get a blue. I would it Leicester.
Kabna me wie. Tetelesta me wie.
Na lisi United out to Leicester. And you go and get you there now.
Me catch them. Say just now me just share mun ti ase. Prim sa no pay. Me wa na cha Manchester fans no. Manchester United fans. On friend of Richardo. Yeni an e cast ya suspend o. He said there you are welcome back.
Say.
How much me? My ye jumani neat.
Ale Drew na go here.
Say just now me share won ti ase.
Say.
Nko anam nim.
Yeah, okay.
Say na unim di etu ekira nko am fa ma me.
Good fellow catch them in the
me.
Good fellow guy say you me
o go help bonsam no hu na. Ushia me ne bonsam no. Mo me di money papa. Enra.
Na say no political correct coach na.
Tetelesta. Me wie and West Ham on pekrom nche me 18 and fa me ho. Ya Chelsea 3-1.
You know say.
O say any.
And you know say Chelsea 3-1.
I mean league na me but mini Chelsea na bo. Enti Chelsea nya to form say Kim. Na me ho atome.
You know what you have to do your professional against.
And now me my correct score 3-1. Prophetic. And you be Chelsea for no in your dreams.
Sir?
Hey.
Your boy is not doing that.
Fina mbubu me mo Chelsea for. Mrs. Single-handedly metete moi. Now no me sorry ya. Yes Chelsea a G-trophy bia na me say me. Chelsea team we. Me say me den kakran me good team no. Me na me catch you. Kakran say me good Chelsea. Na ba na say 3-1 e ba say oh Madrid game no grade. Na Madrid so say be ba o news. Ye Chelsea.
Say list you want to say list Chelsea any news.
Who say news?
Who na say news? Who na kan?
Ene ma no na fumo yi.
Wa no fumo. Ma me nyema
djuma. List. Oh yeah, skip it ayi dia. Yes skip it Real Madrid dia no.
Agro ni riba of him no Russia.
O ka me Chelsea dia no.
Why? Chelsea dia no Sabeka. Who be Phillies we used to be Philly.
Okay.
Yeah. And Russia Madrid match ni.
Not me interesting here.
Which?
If you ask why you know, ADD,
ADD.
They be watching. Me say more coffee in a man na.
Which? You see, me can the last time say between Vinicius Junior and Xabi Alonso, both of them, if Madrid doesn't succeed this season, either at least one of them will not see at most 2 seasons from now. And it's very, very clear. Which, and now Madrid look for the very first time a team that look very, very united. And from everywhere, Trent Alexander-Arnold impact in the game, Alvaro Carreras, even the leadership that Abrante and Antonio Rudiger brought on. And another match was so important to Football Club Real Madrid, say they needed to win. They needed to find ways in winning another match. Why do I say so? Because Barcelona would have peeled away from them. And Barcelona would have gotten the win that they had always wanted to get in terms of points gap between Omo and its team friend, the Football Club Real Madrid. But the fact that they were able to go into this one and get a win has been good. And so after the Clásico, Champions League game, Omba against Vallecano, Omba against Elche, winning against Olympiacos, the games that they had played in the Spanish La Liga, Madrid were not getting the maximum points that they had to go and get. But in Ronaldo, they had to step up. And I like this assist. You see, when Madrid were buying a bunch of Trent Alexander-Arnold, they knew that he may not get the work rate, the tenacity, even the sheer heart Brandt here for Dani Carvajal Kita as a fullback. But what he added to the team, the creative ability from wide areas. The fact that he in Trent said, which Obiti said Mohamed Salah, Saitama Liverpool, he could always drop centrally, pin a ball into the path of Mohamed Salah, attack the space, and make sure to go about my team, my friend, Football Club Liverpool. And now, same thing happened between Abrante friend Trent Alexander-Arnold and Abrante friend Kylian Mbappe, which should be Abrante friend Trent Alexander-Arnold being closed down by the Bilbao players. Sweet diagonal ball into the path of Abrante friend Kylian Mbappe, and of course that goal was in there again. A very, very good one. Now, Fofi Antoata, the another abductor injury worrying Abrante friend Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now he couldn't finish the game. What it means is that Kylian Mbappe in 63 games, was 62 goals, 23 games.
About pounds, Simano Edumiansa 913, insurance of 4.5. Yamamuni Nache, Yatanase at the Agudia some weekend edition of Insurance Guitar Passports at the Bremo Copim said, Dumbianu Ababa Sijo, na Yapejemu, Akofa, Abewa News, no the Abramunti 3 solid hours. I'll get them some Kuana Yabuabuanua. Yet the Bremo and so the Jumediana is so special and very, very packed. And not pass at this point. Over joining live our YouTube Insha TV. Oba said the Bia Moyamamino. Udikai a subscribe channel no or subscribe your nado message no at the account. Finally 2026 FIFA World Cup about also our America, Canada, and then Mexico no and yeah, don't come. And you wait to be the home message no aba na I can at the amount our YouTube Insha TV na garbage on can be the foreigner as usual. And the cost of the come and na eba. O message about the abani na no yet me at the Abramo and then so full house. We to be Bianca our Jumedino and so na said the Biano no. You must say Franco Focroso. Na yedin komono dia ba ayefie of course assign a weekend of football games be bre and na award from the EPL no an early kickoff Aston Villa na Arsenal na ebo na omuwia Bournemouth atenafie and Chelsea abo na City so how City me from Sunderland na for Leeds atenafie and Liverpool so timi abo Manchester United game no on Monday. Spain La Liga no the tiene Real Betis abo Barcelona na Real Madrid and Sono abo a Celta Vigo in the Hong Kong over ha yɛbɛdi abo dwumadie no ɛso Serie A no Inter bɛbɔ Como, Napoli, Juve na Bundesliga no so no Stuttgart ɔmo ɛbɛtena fie na ɔmo atwɛn team a yɛfam sɛ ɛyɛ Bayern Munich bɔɔbɔ eko no friend league no of course PSG ɛne Rene ɛna ɛbɛbɔ a ɛne games aka ne nyinaa no ɛnum sɛ Gabriel ka bi the foreigner ɛne Andy Costa mo ɛde Sanchez mu ne nyinaa no ɛde ɛbɛbrɛ na sɛ dɛm ɛde kan aka no anra ɛgyɛbo ɛgya ɛnya aba bedui na 2026 FIFA World Cup no yɛadrɔ ne nura kama awɔ Washington DC awɔ ɛyɛ US na World Cup na ankasa na nyame adom a on the 11th of June next year 2026 ɛna ɛbɛhyɛ aseɛ na yɛwie on the 19th of July ɛna yɛde dwumadie no nyinaa no bɛba no wieɛ na yɛadrɔ no wie in fact we're opening games na it be very very interesting na mo South Africa 2010 yɛnya South Africa ɔbɔ Mexico in the opening game. This time yɛnya Mexico ɔbɔ South Africa in an open game our 11 June. I want some of course notable ones in the Brazil ɔbɔ Morocco, Belgium also be host Italy, France bɛbɔ Senegal. What a match. And also some and Argentina and Algeria say African teams will games in a be born first, no. I know the pan in the narrative for Yabakon, but Ghana, dear, from the Ghanaian perspective, Yambabia, yeah, you were pano, and your group, which is a group L, on a Ghana core. Now, interestingly, garbage work around the memoir Kaba Kranzana. Yeah, to Medina. So good morning. Good morning. Pacho, what to say? Oh, Yamia, the Yamiasi. And then Yanko point to Empire Bono. Say, na unsa the Empire Bun Nanse. Mexico do man and Pallier. Oh, yes, dear. Mexico, dear. You knew group Wintino. And I dare say become Mexico. Me and come Mexico. So what is means in say this it here? Is there 2 matches in the Babo US near Canada? Sana Bay. Well, we near group Mexico woman they not them which one Mexico now but say ya dom ya dase. O say jubilation. There be jubilation. Share ko so way to mountain so. South Africa for man pa. Ombuafu. Nka wana comment. Omeja. Share. Omo Mexico. Omo Mexico. But interesting. And yes, o man no eche. Who say posse omoboa Mexico hona no meda enti etie for the etene say Nyankopon tie Yesu frɛ yɛbɔ yɛ 3 matches na yɛbɔ no group stage no yɛbɔ 2 awo US ne yɛbɔ baako Canada and yɛ say no yɛbɛtumi atena Canada sa atena US but matches bi be interesting pa matches ni bi on ma Brazil ni Morocco say enya izo Brazil ni Morocco enya Belgium ni Egypt France Senegal yeah France Senegal Anna Norway Argentina Algeria but as a way do must say me mo aye a group no as a mo aye your group no Panama many asamoja na adwenu very very tricky game sorry tricky air group very very tricky England Croatia Panama Ghana Matisa man forecast Panama dey from the show look so our rankings now Panama for no more money change you madam say 37 nam 60 plus 60 yeah bro 60 kura and 70 me boy and in terms of the ranking ne there Panama no kra na ye group ye fi so dem no kra was change but by any England ne there I say a best any England no any England game na I say a best the India Makasa I say best say ye players na ye ju mu din pa no no do na wo England into ball no best the nature of football sa na mimi e dey mimi no na asem no ni asem no kwabna no ni asem na ball ne dey I say best enti yakoba na ya be dis san community na no abo dwumadie no so Shawando 4.5 auto adose group no ye very very tough Sanso and Tomasuko on England. Okuta England national team now or the about say very very difficult group ni na ne koba na yabobo bi etimi e dia mama of course Ghana Premier League ma de 13 games no na ne china ni na no eba so china no ye benya Hoho United ahosi Kumasi Asante Kotoko and afi Karela coach Nurudin ebetene fi na otunisa ade afre House of Folk never say die until the bones are rocked in entini na ne koba na yabedi san community na no I will show no so say na kan na show ni de e fully packed ti uni oshe bia so do afide no ebetu I damase for choosing Nhyira passports yankwai na garbage ram Gabi the foreigner omo emfa yenko amane ne ba Gabi say one na ye group no betimi afiri makọ wani mu
ye group no dey kwabna say no credit dey ye ba akopɛ so we hear on paper there first qualified team ebe England ye group no me dey because the way city ene dey na bia ayi Ghana no wan say nya dey obi ani wode ne nsa bi nku ba che ne fie kwan da so what you say
on paper na mi buta o on paper
na so asem ne ka on paper na me check say England dem obi ani wode ne nsa ba che
on paper di uri ya no be
and on paper no dey enfansa ni fa ne nkoyo
nka England
in Croatia
anyway
there be
England and Croatia any favorite we go
me there on paper na the England first Ghana second
okay anyway
me there Croatia first England second
Croatia first England second
England omo tournament especially World Cup na group stages omo nim bossa
me we so your coach on group stages matches bo
Thomas Tuchel
okay and no interview no kan o say format na ye the Champions League no say na group stages no and no be na ye the went the same thing na no nim
right.
Are you ready?
na what do I feed the end to I sure you know my one account radio station the Santamananti at the to me oko Facebook YouTuber na what do comment in the about the ban ya kinkan kakra at the amayakata say you live our YouTube handle. I am no subscribe anytime be a video be a when sometimes we aka detenie yen kwana yen djuma kakra anu anda FIFA World Cup net toja anopa ye bedi un koma kakra beta matches e when so ese 2020 as ye di un koma ansa ye di World Cup ho enso enkoma kakra anu anda wo ko fan league ana matches mienu na etoja team and dinner start the Brassois wo mutena fiem wo mu di record de bada wo mu ti AS Monaco e bo matena ba comment ansa na Metropo and so at Olympic Dumase Aboma Trabaqua Womantimante no your matches at Toja and no other fan league and nano penny caretaker at the Ama and then matches are can attend 3 matches na Ebaso non Tibobo Konomo Tenefie Woman and LCD loans na DCN and Sena Babanya Metropo and this trouble Bobo Kon Elbo Yenya PSG woman study Rene and the Elbonti and I matches at Tojane at the other matches are can in a 20 OG Sinis Bobo Kono woman Tenefie Angus na Elbo and I feel AJ Ojel woman and Mets Elbo na feel Leha Bobo Kono after Paris FC but Bato Lawent and so and Leon DCN into I matches at Etoja I friend league and nano peno yakete kaka at the ama when she say we doing na so na the tene who come league log no so I the year papa she say na niama koye ebianka wadwe yo say PSG woman na table no leading pato LCD loans bobo konomo and tese woman so league no mu LED with 31 points PSG toss me no woman 30 points yenya Olympic Dumase woman toss me answer woman 29 points na Feli Metropo atosu na woman 29 points when you start Rene woman tosu enum woman 24 points and then Leon Bobo Kono atosu nsiana ya reporter aba ewo dwumade so Mason Greenwood abante na toana wono na abonte na dodo na our friend league anum 10 goals ne krano waba benya branta de din Eddie Juan Panachili wɔnom ekura 9 goals ɔbɛnya Esteban Lepo wɔkura 8 goals afe abrante ne din Eddie Ilan Kaba enso ekura 6 goals Sofian Drop ekura 6 na waba bɛnya Romantic Castello wɔnom enso ekura 6 goals ɛne Brady Bakola anafa abrante ne din enso Eddie Hamza Egamani wɔnom enso ekura 5 goals ɛnom Joao Neves wɔnom enso ekura 5 goals dodo ananso totozo atimi se enema koya enso 40 and 5 goals no gusu ekura mu entim ano report free friendly gun adi eba awdwumadi so ma yewram kakra na yenko echerense ya na yeni nkoba kakra uko echerense ya na matisa etodware no ye miensa pe adiasa Fiorentina boboko no omukwa akoto sasalo na feso mo game na tiba Inter eni komo na ebo Haras Verona womna Atalanta adi se na Atalanta matisa etwene no Cremonese womum anso eni Lecce na ebo wobenya Cagliari Calcio womu eni Roma ebo SC Lazio eni Bologna na ebo na Fiorentina Napoli womni Juve na ebo nti eni ya big game fixture so Atalanta awe Chelsea na no pe no ya ketre dia Monday Night Football yebenya Pisa omum eni Parma boboko no with isi Calcio ni Genoa ebo na Torino eni AC Milan game no etima twene ukoma league table no so AC Milan LED 28 points and the Cromo Napoli atosumi no mo 28 and 27 points no ekra Inter o mo tosumi ansa and now no AS Roma won so 27 points ansa no obenya Como won 24 waba benya Bologna wotosu si on so 24 points and so nkoma kakra ne e ba mnanto mo bo antana ne dia Lautaro Martinez ekra 6 goals waba benya Ricardo Oslani won ekra 6 goals Christian Pulisic ekra 5 goals for Nico Pass ekra 5 goals afi Akanta Hanoglu won so ekra 5 goals for Rafael Leao Zambo Anguissa ekra 4 ana Rafael Leao ekra 5 goals and sana duto ana enso to Andrea Padamonte wo munyina enso ekra 4 ano ye reporter etota efi Terence Ria eba ewo dwumadi so na no peye ketre adema na menko German Bundesliga yendi nkoba kakra ano da game ba ko pene toda Borussia Mönchengladbach ano wo mum abo atena ba ko Abranta din edi Da Costa ongo hana onya edi tia Menso 5 ano da the only goal na PM no ano na so mu krama Menso 5 enso entimante na matches academy na etrende Osberg wo ko no mo tenafie wo mani bind of Oliver Kosen and the DCF FC Cologne wo mani St Pauli ebo ye benya hade ne momom and Fraggle Boboko no and the DCN and said wo ba benya Stuttgart wo mum and Bayern game no etrende Fordberg Boboko ne Union Berlin ebo wo ba benya RB Leipzig wo mum enso and Eintracht Frankfurt and the DCN interior matches etodwa atina 2 matches per and beba so Hamburger LV wo mani Fata Bremen Nevo na fe Borussia Dortmund enso atina fe Signa Iduna Park no mum enso and tie di Hofian and the DCN interior big game akwa ebeto dwatena na no pe no ye de onkoba kakra edi adamwo eba league table no so dia Bayern Munich come na LED 34 points de Cromo after 12 matches after RB Leipzig wo mo tosu me no wo mo 26 points ya ba benya Borussia Dortmund wo mo tosu me ensa wo mo 25 points after Wabenya Bayern of Oliver Kosen, Wamotosu 9, Wamonson 23 points Asana, Tia Dofian, and Swaba with 23 points, and Osun Komaka Kranye, Hurricane Abantina Tuana, 14 goals Nekrano, Jonathan Baggett, and Sunom, Ekra 8 goals, after Dennis Woodaf, and so Ekra 7 goals, Abrantani Din Eddie Harris, Tabakovic, Wadum, and so Ekra 7 goals, when Luis Diasa, Wadum Sukra 7, Michel Kane, and answer Michael Kane, Michael Olise Radam Pat. Michael Olise and some ekra 6 goals waba benya Abranta de Kan Wuzan wanu kra 5 goals afe Christopher Pungatin so ekra 5 goals anu so ye reporter eba odwumadi so na no pe no ye de onko be kakra ede edanwo.
Okay, away from Germany, young Twanso, Spain. Now, my main phantom is a weekend where matches I was La Liga. No, dear Tennessee, Andra Friday, Estadio Carlos, and I say Estadio Carlos Tashiari. Yenya team from Seria of Yedo Timno, woman at Tenafina, Omani Mayoka, Ebo Golas draw, will be a team for Antonio Quatemti, Andra Game Bass, when you say team from Seria of Yedo, woman ya 2 red cards, Nemo Nemono, Tima, you're from say Mayoka and Timashomo. Now, dear Tessie, I'm doing Saturday about 1 o'clock p.m. Villa Rebetenefi or Estadio de Ceramica woman Gatefe enable and watch 3:15 p.m. Deportivo Alaves or Estadio Mendizorosa woman Real Sociedad after about 5:30 p.m. Real Betis team Ebetenefi or Estadio de Cataanase de La Catuja woman FC Barcelona enable Etibansa game Nyami Adma enenmre 5:30 p.m. and Ebaso away na Athletic Club de Bilbao Ebetenefi or San Mamés Barria woman Athletic Club Anase Atletico Madrid enable 8 o'clock p.m. Nyankopon Adma watching Sunday 1 o'clock p.m. Elche or Estadio Juan Manuel Martinez Valero ebo Girona and watch Valencia or Mestalla any Sevilla enable Espanyol Ebetenefi or Estadio Cornella de Llobregat ebo Rayo Vallecano na Real Madrid Atenefi or Santiago Bernabeu Nyami Adwa watching 8 o'clock p.m. any Celta de Vigo enable Nyankopon Adma Monday 8 o'clock p.m. or Sasuna or Estadio El Sada any Levante enable now after match week 15 and as a way after match week 14 or La Liga the tense a team from Sabasa any decay now Barca team out 37 points and watch Real Madrid Tosumeno 36 points Villarreal Tosumeno amo 32 and watch team from Atletico Madrid Tosuna amo 31 and after Betis Atosu Enuma so 24 points now the tense Pichichi top scorer La Liga now the tense Ukospena Mame Fantuman say Kylian Mbappe one and the was 16 goals and watch Ferran Torres Robert Lewandowski and Varat Murugi woman ashe 8 goals Ubenya Abrata for Julian Alvarez was 7 goals after Alberto Malero one Eta Young Omuna ashe 6 goals after Juan Hernandez Perry Miller Boja Iglesias Lami Yamal Vinicius Jr. and Mikel Oyarzabal woman ashe 5 goals apiece and on a penny update Emma Tilfonia El Shonoso after Free Spain na yan twaso England na Uber Premier League ma me front one say weekend we no a match week 15 and eba so na the tense nyame aduma and Saturday lunch time at 12:30 p.m. at Villa Park Aston Villa Elfie wom any Arsenal enable na Villa phone from brutal enye hizo especially so omotifi at Villa Park and am pay be just say Arsenal for no wom so form pa na Arsenal team no wom any di kan Premier League table ne so na Arsenal kwa we won Aston Villa enable Mikel Arteta manager and man the Gunners Arsenal manager na say yafa to obi no say game no emu me din pa ne mo hwe ni mu sinyame aduma ene wie game eba so o mewene e de tia Aston Villa we Arsenal manager yafa say Mikel Arteta.
I don't know. I don't think we have to get to that stage. But the only thing I said is whenever it's possible to help and give the players an extra day or hours to fulfill the maximum potential, let's do it. That's it. We are ready. We are ready from today for tomorrow's game. That's for sure. For what they've been doing, the way they've been playing and winning matches, certainly is a team that it's in great form. And we know that. We know obviously the manager and the incredible job that he's done there as well. So we know the task tomorrow. But we always take it as an opportunity.
Okenti Mikel Arteta and our tenant kase omuni madwuma do mani nyame adoma ene nemum a great opportunity and my team from say Arsenal say ometimi nya 3 points na fe wo matwem Premier League table no so na eno agina ma me fa to onim say ene about 3 o'clock p.m. your best 5 games eba so Premier League num na okọ Vitality Stadium Bournemouth Everton fe omuni Chelsea enable na Bournemouth team no omo hira any form bebre nemum wo ha adwene pa wa hwe a wo ebetimi Sanya Ediagu Garemu. Na Mekai Palances in Chelsea team no. Wum Kosha 1-0 L Vitality Stadium Christopher Nkunku. And Albeka game na emu deeper and Unya the only goal. And my Chelsea name return fixture. A Basu L Stamford Bridge no. San game Equate 2-2. Na Obeka Chelsea last game of boy. Ewa we editor Leeds United Openia first Mikel Anasa Openia first Enzo Maresca. Wakwe rotation Emma Kofan Sembe by. Na manager say Yanfa to Bianim say game this time around wajidi pass Chelsea team ebetimenya win e dey tia Bournemouth yet Chelsea one manager your friend say Enzo Maresca.
No, it's just again it's always the same thing, you know. When you pick 11 players and you win, everything is fine. When you pick 11 players you don't win, there is always the reason why. For sure, again I think we playing with 10 players for 1 hour and then after 3 days go to Leeds is not the best situation for us, but in the future, in case happen, we need to be
Okay, the Blues of Chelsea, my manager, Enzo Maresca, and I'm watching Kana and Wichino. Mammy Fantuman say Oko Hill, Dixon Stadium, your Everton team of your Nottingham Forest, and Ebo, and which the Sky Blues of Man City, 1 meter of your Etienne Stadium, 1 and Sunderland and Ebo, not Sunderland for this season, where Shana Casema watch your pa, not Sunderland Esha Chelsea, Sunderland and Liverpool, Ebo draw, Sunderland and Arsenal, Ebo draw, say, the other almost a Man City. Na City Nafie Pep Guardiola a manager at the Sky Blues of Manchester City manager na say game a omobo Edia Sunderland Eden Yentia City one manager first Pep Guardiola.
Only I can say, from my humble opinion, they deserve war there. When you play new promoted, play 3 games, 4 games, 5 games. Okay, momentum. Can happen. But have 14 fixtures in this Premier League, in these opponents, like everyone, City the first, suffer every single games, to take results and be in that position, they deserve it. If you tell me what they do, there are 4 or 5 or 6 items, concepts they do, all of them they do well. Otherwise,
Okay, where City boss first Pep Guardiola and our tenant can say a normal say team from say Sunderland no and yet by fluke and yaman Pamrica and Omutu name the test omu deserve more day and they say Ocho Premier League table so Sunderland team no woman toss to be Caesar Omuba Jumapa and I Pep Guardiola and the Sansam Atuja now I know what you mean front to him say Oko Sim James Parker Newcastle United Everton Afi woman and Burnley and Ebo and what you Tottenham Hotspurs Elfie woman so the Brentford enable na I say a team from Tottenham Hotspurs when say omo tifio omo bobo a na enkoye na omo kwa we na enkoye when say this season our Premier League no we first mark their team from Tottenham Hotspurs womo trafie every game Tottenham Hotspurs womo Premier League games omo Premier League game and I say womo e ofie ni nyina no womo every bi and omo ni team from Brentford enable eti ye hwe say Thomas Frank ebetimi akonjo magic na fe team je from Tottenham Hotspurs eti game no area tabran for team no na the team say about 5:30 p.m. Elan Roda Leeds United elfie wom any Liverpool enable na Liverpool manager Anslot yenim say Liverpool team no say enoma enshira enkoye consistency enya juma Liverpool nemum Liverpool manager first Anslot akasa yintie Anslot.
Yeah, we do, but I think every Premier League game is a physical test, especially the way team play against us. But not only that, it's also the best athletes in the world play in the Premier League. So every game you play is a physical test, let alone an away game where indeed, as I know, and you probably even know better than me, the fans that are.
Okay, where Anslot Liverpool manager and our tenant can Anslot to say Premier League game be physically and my wagaza who jinabre is answer physical and as a physicality our Premier League game about Tromons here say what's obo homody and no Liverpool manager first Anslot and at the Sansam Atuja na Yankupon Aduma Ochina Sunday 2:00 p.m. Brighton and Hove Albion womo trafie American Express Community Stadium womo any West Ham United enable na fe about 4:30 p.m. Fulham at Craven Cottage. Now I'm on a Crystal Palace game abaso. Afiyami adma Monday 8:00 p.m. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Whom at Millennium Stadium. Whom any the Red Devils of Manchester United enable. Now Mame Fatu say after match week 14, our Premier League criminal. The Gunners Arsenal and the kind. One more 33 points. And watch the Sky Blues of Man City. One more Tosumi almost 28 points. After Aston Villa Tosumi and one more 27 points. Chelsea Tosunai. One more 24 points. Crystal Palace woman tosu almost 23 and after Sunderland team tosu insia woman so 23 points. Now the attention top scoring chart of Premier League no a Man City striker first Erling Haaland one the Kawasha 15 goals and watch I go Thiago woman Brentford or 11 goals your Danny Welbeck and Jean-Philippe Mateta woman you access 7 goals after Antoine Semenyo 6 goals your Brian Mbuemo Pedro Neto Phil Foden Richarlison and after Nick Votamada woman so you Asha 5 goals a piece and I'm paying the update MT for you know show so
well okay still young to us na young 5 day tinibi and now Jumadi so I can't say oko YouTuber and I live in tea I am no subscribe na at me about Jumadi no now young 20 kaka young World Cup na yendi World Cup on koma kaka 2026 June and yes sir on the 19th of July not just and so eba na biye and no da draw no at me ba so and SMP na epie na nyame anim ne South Africa yebesa se yedi kaka chose and yeso ko South Africa sweat ho any gen said any okra because because they are no more expecting necessary amani nka baby obi a Canada USA na okacho bi so who apply okwe wo be ko Mexico na o say ho de okoye den ho na mpacho ye nuanom South Africa for the Nigeria for nani giage no nyasem koto akra na yasin krofo no benya ko South Africa enti wo first game at South Africa wo elbow World Cup no mo enso ni Mexico na elbow enti anope yadi aba wo be ka 2010 Ghana ye go quarter final nka ye hwe na nkaja ye kwa kodu semi final no 2010 World Cup etoja South Africa first game wo di open air game no eno ye against Mexico after 2026 eno so opener South Africa asenya eno so against Mexico na enya sam goto mo a ebia mo nsadanka na udwani wo Facebook YouTube ambe kai kakra na tese eno so etimi aboa ewo sha wodo gina so na nyame anim ne eno ada de wa announcement de esikoye ye de nyina ade eba ewo adwumadie so na uhwem din pa de a reporter de no enso eba ne ubaka na no data se eto edwano na enya sam goto na we Mexico no eye baby a ye for Estadio Azteca eno anomo kwakobo game no ewo eye 88,000 seater capacity ana test the game no ekwakoto dwa ewo na eno a de wa na test ne Mexico nya no ena no pe ye de kakra edi aba ewo dwumadio so na de mayentie de wa announcement no enso esi ekoye. Okay, nti mobaka 2010 awani enya Chabalala no onse ye na ye boy ye sick to ni wie na obe se commentary ni nem na te Chabalala na chese no ye 2010 World Cup South Africa opener a chese omini Mexico e boy sabebepe ana ekọ nti we ye nkae dum kakra ye bo ase de ma na hu de wa enema ni nyina esi ekọ na World Cup no this tournament ye kọ ye bo game ni wie na man of the match as ise no ye be friend MVP no award no saying the city here yebo game we na man of the match when ye dey man no but enom enso aye most aye valuable player sabebe pe na chese ye be fe na MVP sabebe pe na trophy no enso si tenti mo amadwane o YouTube no de mo be hu de we nema ni nyina esi etia but straight up no yemfa group ni nyina fa na we group A no urama saying the city here we benya Mexico no anya South Africa na wanya Korea Republic afa UEFA wo mo bo playoff ho na Italy our one say Italy elbow playoff and we are playoff na chese ye de ba ko ababeka group A no ho uko group B and also nya Canada and afa ye bebo UEFA playoff no ba ko beka ho no manya Qatar na afa Switzerland and so ababe remo group C no Brazil Morocco Haiti and afa Scotland e ho de ye wie uko group D and also USA ho Paraguay ho Australia ho and afa UEFA playoff no and also ye ba benya ba ko e de aka ho uko group E we benya Germany na wanya Curaçao na wanya aya Avicos na fe wanya Ecuador also ya wie uko group F ya Netherlands ya Japan ana UEFA playoff ya bo wia ba kwa ba beka ho Tunisia also group F and uko group G na aya yenuanom Egypt afa Belgium Iran ana fe New Zealand uko group 8 we benya Spain na wanya Cape na wanya aya Saudi Arabia afa wanya Uruguay and so na group I no we benya France na wanya Senegal na wanya UEFA playoff ni team bako ababeka no cry FIFA baby a DR Congo enam no wo so bako baba be pie ha ana fe no way enti hono enya sam goto great jada ho afa group J no we benya Argentina na wanya Algeria wanya Austria na wanya Jordan also de ya wie uko group K na Portugal ewo afa so playoff no de Africa ye name no ye bo wie ye ba benya bako de aka ho yenya Uzbekistan na yenya Colombia afa group L the almighty group na Ghana ye wo no yanka se enuan England from there ne omo but England or Croatia na afa yenya Panama and Ghana sababa pa na group series no eno sum esikwa na se group no esikwa na no pe ne ka che kakra edi ama beta eno Gianni Infantino ekasa na ade na say ye dey pa before say ye ba be rom no already we niam esi ekwa Infantino ekasa kasai ana oche so wo hia World Cup we na nya asem ketwa event akukudam ene animtire ana eba ase na ebe nkae dum ade ama wi ase fa na nyina yentie nkoma kakra Gianni Infantino enso aditu edwa.
Now we are welcoming everyone. We are here, of course, to celebrate the FIFA World Cup 2026 draw of what will be the greatest FIFA World Cup ever. It's much more than just a sporting event. It's simply the greatest event that humanity, that mankind has ever seen and will ever see. We have 3 beautiful countries, Mexico, Canada, and the United States. We have 16 wonderful host cities. We have 48 excellent teams from 48 different countries around the world who will compete in 104 matches to become the one and only world champion. What an exciting summer from the 11th of June to the 19th of July that we will have here. This will be unique, this will be stellar, this will be spectacular because we'll have 7 million people in the stadiums. We will have 2, 3, 4 times more millions of people coming to the US, to Canada, to Mexico just to feel the vibe of the World Cup. We'll have 6 billion people watching the World Cup from home, from all over the world.
And Timpato, World Cup ni do na uhebi ofia. Sa 6 billion wonso okaumbi. Eno eye wiasa fane nyina kuba tan ateza go kenso mo hweso peyin pa otwia no eye Gianni Infantino nkoma kakra. Wadi tudwa na no pen ya ka kire. Edi amana eno enti eno ada America President Donald Trump eno ada mo board abaso na game ni nyam chazi o. But on their prizes na order eno ada omo award Donald Trump etese kwan ya wafa so ama eye yine aye exceptional atese we aye ba bewram niam nyina aye kama enti anu ada omode niam kakra ade bo peyin na baso kwabna yede meda ma na nkese otwe me yede tunu koma na ozo no na me wanzo obi aboma baso da yo wodi betumi kom na ayese obi akogaza na oboma basa ha fama de ma me am fama de he ana Donald Trump ji na de na eja ono he na de kama enti anu ada Gianni Infantino recognize etese ampa wa ma tournament e ba be successful no nkoma kakwa so Donald Trump edi Twitter ewo dwumade so na before see ye ba be free Donald Trump de no so no eno ada ne ebisa sa na America o he on beje ana o tese nyame anim ne so America beje pa de kanto beje no o he da anim na ono onim kwan bibia mu odi nkunim ewom esa sa entokwa wa pata no kwa branya entokwa ketwa wazo wa pata ntokwa mako enwotwe na wa pata ni nyina ya asumdwe wa satu bibia na wake up die eba beka ho eye enkron ento hesa no so obetimi apata ama US man no ade wake up no adi asi omana so a ene yankoma kakwa so etodwa ewo eye dwumadi so.
Okay, yan transfer na yan transfer wake up na kasem na fei yan first stories ni bi emetifo nya e show no so live on Nhyira 104.5 FM na wana Roma with the mame FIFA president offense Gianni Infantino na Andro Infantino akasa bebre na ade makwa Infantino Andro wakana enwanwa panse nyame aduma June 2026 FIFA World Cup eba so United States of America, Canada and of Mexico no we the greatest and as a greatest football event was it we any the greatest football event we are saying if you say human civilization ever you know yenye event be we are say be greatest at the 2026 FIFA World Cup ever so no and Gianni Infantino sem kakra andra wadi to United States yere won sem pina emetie fo nyina e show no so na opta e de teza Richard won go for omo aba opta e de omo so e de aba na according to opta wo mo say ye fatu obi anim say World Cup your favorite after say ye group stages no de obetima je FIFA World Cup e de sini na so no e omo from Spain na Spain e 70% chance say omo je World Cup e de si omo na so and what France e to so me no won e 14.1%, England e to so me omo 11.8%, afi Argentina e to so 9 won e 8.7%, Germany e to so no won 7.1%, afi Portugal e to so 9 won 6.6%, and after Brazil mine woman toso and so a more 5.6%. Eti according to Opta, yes, here from Spain, woman energy World Cup on edition manaso. Na yenisa World Cup ayeko ebetima last World Cup. Edi ama brother France Cristiano Ronaldo and after Lionel Messi. Na se ekoba sandia na se e osimba kono. On se Messi odi kanjine dia dada. Eti akase Ronaldo esobaji FIFA World Cup. Edi ama omanya from Portugal. Na de tense Messi any Argentina. Woman group J. Now group J na omono. Woman omanya from Algeria. And which Austria and after omanya she from Argentina and as omanya from Jordan. Woman group J. After uko group K. And Portugal mine now Portugal any omanya she from Uzbekistan and after Colombia and after playoff bakuswa bekaho. Now for group A K no I complete. Na mame fatu nim se Argentina wom etimi etopi omu group na Portugal man esu etimi topi omu group na wom nyina advance edi free anase round of 16 na omu quarter finals wom ebesia na chese yebetimi enya Argentina ana fe Portugal World Cup quarter final eni ampoye bedwa osanse omu yi Ronaldo dia man obe super sanse Messi edi kanji World Cup da ono onyi bi eti nani so ade nyina se obeji World Cup edi ma Portugal man ti likely say nyame adoma World Cup ayekoi quarter finals yebetimi enya Argentina ana fe Portugal quarter finals na eno achinde tie say your strong countries bia womu so nya ebetimi ahia quarter finals na the test say France, Netherlands, Spain, Belgium, Brazil, England and after Argentina and Portugal women na etimi qualify from group na omo topic group na wonim say yebetimi enya quarter final matches yebenya France and Netherlands, Spain and Belgium, Brazil and England and after Argentina and Portugal etinyame no World Cup we there am say quarter final say bibia kwose e wose kwa matches emu be depend na no pay no yere won sampina ematifo nyina e wo show no so away from World Cup on sensem no yenko Spain na uko Spain andro and Supreme Court e Spain woman order ebaye na order ni nyina say o maka che La Liga for ni say woman tia 8.8 million euros and from Real Madrid na according to court no say infringement woman ediabo team anase omodiabo La Liga for na they test since 2015 and as infringement number na eno achi court no say La Liga entia 88 million euros and from clubs bit say Deportivo Alaves eno achi Albacete, Alcorcon eno achi UD Ameria afi Athletic Club de Bilbao, Cordoba, Elche, Tarragona, Girona, Huesca, Leganés women na toto so ekosi Tenerife na fe Real Zaragoza enti 88 million euros women etia edema sa clubs we na fe women tia 8.8 million euros edema Real Madrid team na no pay no yere won some emetio fo nyina e show no so na se de am say I likely say Ghana Jabran Tenerife say Antoine Semenyo women free AFC Bournemouth na on say Andro na Ghana your head coach offense Otuado na on United States of America tema na draw ekoso na Otuado ho na ye draw no na alerted for any Otuado coding komo enumbusan about Antoine Semenyo na unim say Ghana coach offense Otuado say all respect edema team je from say Bournemouth pa nemum jobetima akane say Abrante offense Antoine Semenyo e was say ofri Bournemouth na occupy team so na obosan say boy no bon onimbo pa nemum say odi kan all respect edema team from say FC Bournemouth nemum e was say Abrante offense Antoine Semenyo eko eno e Otuado andro ensema we ko to je US abontin so na no pay no yere update emetil for nyina e show no so na okwa bansa ano na basa for edeba say wo mamra tena for say one and say Eric Garcia my standing contract edema no na until June 2031 and Eric Garcia ebo ne ball edema team je from say FC Barcelona na sporting director edema basa Dako say ye for to obianim say good news say excellent news edema team je from say bansa say Eric Garcia important player na de na amene nya boy ne ho pa ne say Eric Garcia Obabansa waka players je be sibia on complaining no bibia emfa no na osa just 24 years just osapa betima bobo more and my team from se bansa and no de konsam kakandra what to jene won some emate for na e show no so na Pep Guardiola akasa e de fa Enzo Maresca obeka Enzo Maresca ko assistant manager and my Pep Guardiola me kai pa tema you from say Man City omoji UEFA Champions League 2023 na Enzo Maresca assistant coach and Pep Guardiola. Now Guardiola say Enzo Maresca one of the best coaches we say. Now Oshe Ejuma why dem Chelsea say waje Conference League, waje Club World Cup and what the young squad now what they qualify Chelsea. Edema Kuba UEFA Champions League just manager only Majuma Panemum nano rotation kitobi akwaye no kalisi for no egunanima se Chelsea anasa Chelsea Premier League emu ade pa no Pep Guardiola sem kakandra what the two jare won sem pina ematin for nyina show no so na American culture say according to Opta it was Spain energy World Cup edition na so Luis de la Fuente head coach Edma de la Fulla Roja Spain na manager na say yemfa to win say favoritism tasker yadema omaye from Spain no gono want me can one show name of the betimaka and I say anya de bedi display for omutimu da wonim say omo favorite e was say gumutimeje World Cup edition na so na was say Jean-François Obianim say one Argentina head coach first Linus Scaloni akasa na wakache Scaloni say born Argentina for born omuni bopa enti ono Spain wo pese omushi Argentina e World Cup no mo kire omo wabre no mo kire hwan e na anya bia no born onimbo eno Luis de la Fuente and the Sanson Atucha and what Carlo Ancelotti one also the Seleção Brazil national team head coach na manager Andra no so United States of America na omokobu na banema once manager ne ban oko oman from say Brazil obekia America be story e dem say yes Brazil for no press conference bia no question omota bisa pa Neymar say omode be ko World Cup and say omofa Neymar enko World Cup na Andra manager from say Carlo Ancelotti say will clarify bibia or stating emphatically clear e dey akire obia se nyame atuma World Cup next year June na next year May and on the final squad or the beba na wasi yo December minimum do wetima ka e dey akire obia ne say Neymar be ko World Cup and I say onkwa ejina Neymar ne fitness and what Neymar e money boss say eduru May na say Neymar e money bon eduru players I say o man from say Brazil e wona odom be ko Neymar say ne money bon enguru do be ja no fie e no e opinion for say Carlo Ancelotti and the Sanson na to jana no pay no jere won sam e matiu for nyina e show so na Deco say we are Barca supporter yemfa to obi anim say e early days yet say e bedi enkomo e dey for transfers ho na woni say enchekra na winter transfer window ebie nim do betima kan say Barca enya discusses so o meto play bia what is enkrofo e ka Julian Alvarez any Hurricane nim according to Barca sporting director I say we are Barca supporter nyanto bosia afi ena empanifo eguso mo ye no manemum gumu timi nsenya me aduma January gumu eba top player and I say on top player eno aye Deco ena de Sansim Atucha na mekai pa tama Chelsea ekolusu ye ewa we edit Leeds United yinya Chelsea legend defense John Terry eba kan che players ne pa na John Terry by no catch players ne say wuntimi ene tima ye from say Arsenal emo 1-1 abra obo numerical disadvantage na wontina fie na wo hye Barca 3-0 na onkoma team from Leeds United and shot 3-1 e Barca entwaye na Andra manager for say Enzo Maresca company for Busano and I say ensamcho for Ebisa say what John Terry nka na according to Chelsea manager no was say one who say we confused na say won you on say almost the same lineup and toss say 5 matches there e say we rotation kakra bia na team assistant e say won dia onye eno Enzo Maresca and same kakra di chujena no pay no jere won sem pina Tifoina El show no so na Alexander Isaac asien fan to obianim say ensema mo ka bia wate na ono Alexander Isaac ne say enkoye ohu say ekoye nso ohu na de mo ka bia no de atonachi wono wonim say game against West Ham United otimi she goal the first Premier League goal enema Liverpool eti won say ne money bon asase e koso nemum de mbe ka de atonachi wo focus de e wo so ye e de Liverpool eno be ye eno Alexander Isaac nti yede ni nyina si live on Nhyira 104.5 Richardo
Andy Costa on gabe to am na mase na ye famsia akweti mienu na motimi akọ so na Fifi Manfred and na Bismarck Ozu Bempa yala emeka na etiefo so yo mre na no kraba pa osima no eduonu eye enkron 959 104.5 we the weekend edition of Nhyira digital passports and na yetin konan 3 solid hours edini na no ede messages kakra na Fifi Manfred Nhyira Fama Ibrahim Mensa said I say good morning, watching you live from Dubai, UAE. I say The group of Ghana is good, but the only problem is our coach Otuado, watching live from Dubai Investment Park. Ibrahim Mensah and this message at the close to your group, you know, and now the home message Abba. I'll say Ghana against Panama, you better 3-1. Ghana better England 1-0. Na yashe Croatia 2-1. And here Brent say close to our YouTube and now this message, you know, at the Abrene Anope Echo Spio Gabra. I say in FM there Asantima Jatum in FM Emu Edin and now the Abrene Anope Felix Kobina Yemfo the Inchato na Fifi Manfred in Chelsea Say please let's speak positive to our mother club Ghana and stop discouraging the players. We did same against our ladies during the Women's AFCON this year against South Africa ladies. Felix Kobina ona odesa message at the Abraham draw no yenya aye of course yeah the food draw ni na no etimi at the abada yeah started showing said me catch them from the Ghanaian perspective me pesa your messages no you narrow no to your group no ha you restrict to your group which is group L no Osha your group no our expectations and saying countries be now free so to me advance to the next stage and countries be so now free say on to me and so from Zebia your group na untia me boss utia e dia ma na fe Fifi Manfred Ashejumedi na say etimi e di amaye Ghana and after the draw our Washington DC no me patro your group L na Osha countries e call ho na England Croatia Ghana and na Panama enti Osha your group na yenya 2 European teams egwom and na Ghana represent Africa and Panama for no North America ho enti sa pepe ne group no ekoye Central right Panama for no Central America enti ano ahonsam no I don't know enti England Croatia Ghana Panama o hwe yen group na hwan na ogide se obetimi advance hwan so na omobetimi exit sa group no eno na me pese modern message no eba from the Ghanaian perspective obetimi da badan fe ya kan o message no etimi edi ama full group no so ha of course enim say a weekend of football on sa hadie edu weekends bia ye preview of games no edema from the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga and the Friend League in na ni wom na edin komono kama pa etimi edi amamonti yonso betimi de message no aba na ya kenkan etimi edi ama Martin Jacob I said good morning Richardo. I like your hair. It's really growing faster. Please do I say please bet Fifi Manfred. That mean you bet biabim. Mean bet biabim. Awo eye afidie no so all right. Yenkwai na yen started jumadi no emfa emamo inshawan 4.5 Fifi Manfred Kofi Mahaska. Good morning. Good morning. Pacho na want to say.
Ngam me hoye.
Ede ya mi say.
Mini na
AC na
fine. Na we dey measure.
Are the doctors name here?
Me and am hwem.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
If ready say we dey measure.
Oh, yes, self medication.
O said diclofenac near the what to me me nom the topical spray and I'm bandages my bandage on my trousers na say.
Okay. I call walking me go finyezo.
As bon say body nyina yo ya. NHS on your feet no walk hangers at the wait me and now for that sorry I was no you are born side by side.
Yeah. From Sokoban to Ahodo roundabout.
Yeah.
Then back to Sokoban.
Yeah.
Jinamusa.
But I know how to try me Judy.
Ambulance man so before me say masa me what danger Chelsea. But then na yenna Sokoban.
Yeah.
Kruno ene
yeah.
Twa Sokoban ho hye no amoya de pa. Mama yenua Fatilu nenim abanyam yedamase nyamenchamo.
I think the
Obama work no yefe.
Yeah, I think the senior worker now but Fatilu ni me din komo Samuel last week. So Jack Adia no menya no nipa be 150 and 200. That's Jack. In be 50 be. See there you on be bow. It's low. Only 50 ni 150 200.
Me do Sokoba.
I was surprised too.
Crowd, no.
Yeah, pleasantly. I'm surprised.
Come on.
Me catch Ayala about together. Me can say wow. They've shown a lot of love.
I'm not just on Fatilo.
On behalf of Fatilo, you better do yeah. Yes, you're buying so no much you feel so. Yes, you're that's it.
A good fellow na me drain home. You know, walk away, no, so I go for flight.
Aye.
At the concrete.
Good fellow too. Is now he showed a lot of love. I mean, say he came from Accra.
Send holding.
Yeah, a lot of the world.
Holding, papa.
Accra, I mean, shall be yesterday. Even us when more the marketing team from Accra also came to pass through, and Fatilo himself, we are supporting Fatilo Biaro. What says Yamin Shao? Baby, our time, I always see you seeker. Yamin Shemu Mama, on behalf of Fatilo, me shows on one bar. He will do it, but then yes, yeah, they are kitchen. Which this weekend, this week, I'm saying here, we are there. You can't take betting and winning away from the game, and sometimes it is good. Sometimes it has to be managed, and that is why the BRC analysis now we want to add the tips to you. Teams are winning and people are making money, and then now there was a big boom for us. It's I Saturday they will analysis, and they will give you the codes. I will go to go and get some good wins. They the amount. What journey Nhyira TV? Please do that. Which just before I go on, so say the year no asu. Now YouTube they be my friend of the yearly recap. Now on Twitter, what I share with you. I say first on Facebook about YouTube no. I'm YouTuber top 5 near Nhyira TV. Okay. Top 5 no say Kenya sports like the problem with it I've been watching. I mean, the Nhyira TV channel, but because of sports they do. It's news on Twitter, so we target. They kept on tagging us throughout the day. All of them means me phone here because I can pick up a bomb. I can thank you to all of them, but to all of you, especially those that come from Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, no.
I mean, show
and you have been so you know or your top 0.1% of those that watch Nhyira TV on YouTube.
Okay,
means that constantly he is here. I mean, sure, and we are sure say Bibi Abe come. Which we start for the Italian Serie A. Now, Bibi Abe can say English Premier League the points no be home. But how close it is in the Italian Serie A, we've not paid too much attention to it. Points no be home. When you look at Milan, Napoli, Inter, Roma, Como, Bologna, Juve, Lazio, Udinese, and Sassuolo, which similar and close in terms of points. In fact, the points build up between the first team and team or that 7, any 7 just 5 points. Into that 70, just like the English Premier League. And sometimes, whilst you can credit the English Premier League for the difficulty of the competition, on the side of Italian Serie A, it's probably about the level playing field in terms of finances. Sikani said and also Obia kakra. Obia to the players now better on the same thing. In fact, the players that are in Milan are all French players from other clubs in other parts of Europe now. If you look at the Napoli team, same. They don't really buy stars, good players, young enough to want to play there. Same for Inter. Players that are getting into their 30s, the later part of their career. Roma, you can say a younger team. Como, younger team. Bologna, same. And of course, Juventus. The managerial difference also make a huge tax. Now, this weekend, a big decider for all of the teams that were shown, including Napoli and Lazio. Then Juventus also game. Napoli and Juventus in a big game. Which, the last time Napoli won the league before Antonio Conte came, it had taken them 100 years to be able to get there. No, not 100 years. I've seen the time of Diego Armando Maradona. And they managed to win under Luciano Spalletti. And Mbappe said, since then, for people like me who love the Italian Serie A, and I had Jenny say, maybe Inter will suffer, Napoli will suffer to win the league again. Until one of the specialists in winning leagues in Europe, Antonio Conte came through, and they did it. They did it without the regular stars and the names of somebody Napoli Luciano Spalletti Jomo. Since then, Europe akoya wishiwashi kakra. The players Kevin De Bruyne, Lukaku, they've had to depend on David Neres, Noah Lang, Scott McTominay, Frank Andre Zombo Anguissa. All of these players are the best of the best over there to still compete and go in and get a win. On the side of Juventus, it is a project that started with Thiago Motta. Motta had qualified Bologna to go to the Champions League after 14 years. And Ricardo Calafiori, one of these young Italian players, everybody. People thought that, okay, from the days at Inter, and of course the coaching career at the youth stage at Paris Saint-Germain, Thiago Motta had honed the job and understood what it takes to be a top manager. But he didn't fare well at Juve. I feel in my own analysis said, Juve for Gontole Money, who were not patient enough for Thiago Motta. He had to go. They had to go and bring in other coaches. All of them unsuccessful, and now they switch to Papa friend Luciano Spalletti. Now, if you trust coaches, you trust them at your own peril. Who is Luciano Spalletti? Edgy Napoli, Edgy League Review. Or see, or the Napoli Edgy League. On coach Italian club be a PM. Where we and coach Italian national team. And a Jibu. After the Juve by a fast. As I Akwaji. Our year Juma. This is the possible lineup that we're expecting for Napoli. We're expecting Bongiorno, Rachmani, any Shimbui Kema, and of course goalkeeper Milinkovic Savic and that showed them Oliveira, Scott McTominay, Marinucci, any Di Lorenzo, Noah Lang, David Neres, and a better friend of Rasmus Holland will lead the line for them. And so that the flamboyant Napoli side, but in the last few games, Noah Lang has been scoring, David Neres has been scoring. In the last game, in the Coppa Italia, almost qualified, but there was a draw in regulation time. Almost against a Juve team with Pierre Kalulu, Kelly, Chinko, Mianes, Locatelli, Thuram, Philippe Kostic, Weston McKennie, Francesco Conceição, Kenan Yildiz, and Loic Openda in there. Interesting game. I think at home, it's a good game that's going to produce more than a goal. So on a 1.5 inside game, they're very true. Now, Como has been on a good run. Okay, I say because 12 or 14 games that Como played under Church Fabregas, they have been playing well, they've been scoring, they have been unbeaten, Italian surrounding. But they are going to face their biggest test yet. That is going to be against Internazionale Milan, Milan crew, which is going to be very interesting. I would say, said Fabregas before the game, and he was saying thank you to everybody. He was saying thank you to all the fans who will be with us tomorrow. Our supporters deserve to enjoy moments like this. They give us so much, and we want to give something back. We will go out there with the right mentality and ambition to play our game. We know we need to deliver a perfect performance, which is true, which Sekomo Betini Inter, unless the performance is perfect. Who's
extra?
Yeah, my mama is also on Christian Kivu. Say at the beginning, I didn't give him the credits to go on, but he has proven me wrong. Where he's hovering around on Enyabad, 27 points, just 1 point off Napoli, Mono. You will give him the credit. And I like the fact that he has done the similar things. Onim, Simone Inzaghi, Akanji, Federico Acerbi, Abante Fen Alejandro Bastoni, Diouf, Nicolo Barella, Klanoglu, Zielinski, and Abante Fen Di Marco make the midfield five. And of course, up top, Thuram and Abante Fen, Lautaro Martinez, and Ejinemo Horom. I think that is also a game that Inter can win, but also the goals.
But Kofi, Fabregas here more about you.
We say Afin was starting.
No, he's doing marvelously well.
Afin was starting. Or something of football.
Time I know Bobo no say.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the best.
Yeah.
In a game.
Yeah.
But man, say Fabregas bet me 30 minutes say Como.
Yeah.
At the head of the end. To be honest with you.
Thiago Motta saying what the Bologna you.
No, but Como no. On the last season, they are doing very well.
But Bologna, Thiago Motta the Bologna yebi.
No, me mom to be honest with you, are shocking me.
Akwa is Thomas Frank yebi. Woman the Tottenham and Africa akwa Diego. You want to was here. Did say Arsenal no be call there na to be back.
Oh, okay, I said my point. Ebia at Como.
Yeah.
Pressure said then you and also probably players,
young players,
exactly. So you can manage them.
So when it goes to the bigger club, we make it jump now. they will seem truly sexy and good. What is doing is good.
Xabi Alonso did.
But and then come here, but says Xabi Alonso, you can't see me. See, I'm bad, sir.
Madam first one, obviously, Liverpool in annoy.
But no, yes, that was the good news, bio.
Okay.
That was the saying, same course between Vinny and Freddie saying, Xabi Alonso. Yesterday they sat down and they quashed it. Until now, everybody's in one boat. Sanana Mbappe, Eka Samunyano. Everybody's in tandem, one wavelength, and they will play for Madrid to get the winner. Which the Spanish La Liga is interesting. And then, when you say, Birayo November first game. Now, on that third, just 5 points off Football Club Barcelona. Now, Birayo game now very interesting because if they get a 3 maximum points, which I think they will win, I think Villarreal are one of the teams that will win this weekend on Saturday. I'm certain of that. Some teams have 3 maximum points now. It puts them at a place where when Barca comes back to them, Madrid comes back to them, they can close in on them. I think Villarreal are playing very, very well this season. But Barcelona, 37 points, and of course, Tima, your friend Real Madrid, 36 points, and it was a good time back. Madrid, Barca for training and everything else going to go on. Which Barca are playing against Real Betis at the La Cartuja. Now, last week, Betis and Sevilla elbow on local rivalry, you know, big one. Ramon Sanchez page 1. Betis won it. Former West Ham United manager Manuel Pellegrini moved away to go and beat them. Sevilla Club, of course, all of them are in the Sevilla township, but then Ramon Sanchez page 1. They won that game. And Betis won also a very good team. The only thing is that they lack that consistency in Villarreal for them. So that's why Villarreal perform better than them and Atletico perform better than them. But Barca are going away to go and play there. Barca in the last few games have been very good, especially in the Spanish La Liga. I think this is one of the strongest tests for them. Although, according to the head-to-head, you know, Barca find it easier when they go here. In the last few games, Barca have been very, very good travelers when they go away to La Cartuja. But again, I think in terms of current form and the kind of threat Betis want to make the media more into them. This game is probably going to be a tighter one than it looks like according to the bookmakers and on paper. It's a very, very interesting. Now, Hansi Itaflex say, I believe my team, when we are united, everything works. So it looks as if Madrid neighbors and you'll be singing the same song. We'll be United, United. Pedri is probably going to play second game. Especially Juan Garcia, Szczesny, Balde, Kobasi, Christensen, Araumo are going to travel when it comes to the games. So on. This is the possible lineup that we're expecting to see from Football Club Barcelona. Juan Garcia, Gerardo Martin, Paul Kobasi, Jules Koundé, Balde, Eric Garcia, Pedri, Frankie de Jong, Lamine Yamal, Robert Lewandowski, and then Rafinha, and the Lady Likes. Last week, a word for Gerard Martin at left centre back, and he's a natural. I remember one time after the show, Mika said Barca will need a natural left-footed centre back because it's important in a modern game, and the way Hans Philippe was born a ball. Some Barca fans say, then we don't need it. If you are right, you can play on the left. But Gerard Martin in that area looks much more comfortable than even Christensen because the angles favor him and he's able to progress the ball better. Pedri, back into the team, and we're expecting a midfield of Eric Garcia, Pedri, and Frankie de Jong. I think Barca have a high chance of winning this. But either team to win over 1.5 just to avoid any form of shockers, no, is a very good bet if you want to hedge and protect your money. Then Madrid will play Nhyira Mochina at the Santiago Bernabeu. Almost playing Vigo in an interesting game where Madrid will want to return back to winning ways. Which Madrid Beshe against Celta. If we were going away to Celta, I would have been worried for Madrid. Because Madrid themselves are not good travelers this season. Plus, when they go away to that ground, it's not too much of a good place for them. Madrid at home is good. Again, I think that Madrid for now have gotten the arrival or the return of Abrante Feno, Antonio Rudiger at the right time. Because we say our leadership not only your partners, so sometimes it was probably going to affect them in terms of game management. Antonio Rudiger provides the calm head in the team that guides the younger players, and the many stars are our partners when they did the last time. Trent Alexander-Arnold out of this game because he was injured, by Franco Mastantuono back in it together to Abrante Feno. Jude Bellingham, which is a very good one for them. I think Zanyami had more chance. It's a game where Football Club Real Madrid wins it. Yeah, Atletico Madrid are quite away to San Mamé.
They're about.
We ba only the enye. I don't know enye yeka. Enye away home baby enye. And Atletico Madrid traditionally also thrive over them. But again, I suspect that there's going to be game back where shock even in the Spanish La Liga. I will not be surprised if it is this game. And it's another game where I will hedge. I'd rather go for the goals that I'm certain of, or Atletico Madrid double chance. So I need that team to win over 1.5, which I think will be much more better. And it give me the comfort to wait till enumerate to see if any of the games now can win. I would love that. Which last week, na Nkofobi obi to say Gary Neville. No, say Arsenal, we need the games against Brentford and Chelsea. It's an automatic win for the English Premier League for them. I think that he forgot to add Aston Villa. If Arsenal are able to beat Aston Villa, it puts them in a much more better position. Yes, a 38 game league. After about 13, 14 of the games, just a few game weeks spending about. It's not enough, just about 1/3. There's too much left to jump into conclusion. But again, it's able to paint a picture for anyone to see maybe a league, echo. And that's it. The early kickoff today is Arsenal versus Aston Villa.
Tough game. Very, very tough.
You don't even have to say it. Very, very tough.
Because Unai Emery team no form no mafani.
Yeah.
I'm start here.
Yeah.
But it seems you're quite a team ni picky.
Exactly.
They are doing so well.
Exactly. Now the team is playing very, very well. Now, the interesting thing of the English Premier League is that Mekacho saying the Italian Serie A, there is the point clamp up or up top area. No? In the English Premier League, from Obi or that 4th, any 14th, 5 points when they separate you. And it's the Manchester United fans who are confident say, Nanyaya come here through Chelsea forward champions, the 4 points pay. Nya Eko Kosu na 1 point pay. So between Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Sunderland, Brighton, Man United, Liverpool, and Everton, just 4 points are in between these clubs. What it means is that the way fixtures ever taken fast, you can't afford to be dropping points. Who dropping points, you'll be in trouble. And then other team will be sound. And they can last week say, a time way and a team. Because the statistics in about December, January, February, now if you want more criminal, and then you are gone. And this is where teams would have to be very, very careful. We'll start at Villa Park. Which I have 2 questions for you in this game. Is this game going to be hinged on midfield, Anna? Villa tend to have some of the good midfielders. Wow, Nipa Morgan Rogers as a 10. And maybe I can number 10 or Timmy Ebo as an 8. The one day he works hard off the ball, on the ball, and the physicality, we need ball back. But again, also the intelligence on the ball and the technical strength. Again, Ewo Fifo and Boubacar Kamara Shaho. They have Amadou Onana. They have Yuri Tilima. And people always forget, but John McGinn for me is the most important midfielder. Whether he plays as a fullback or as a midfielder or Villa team, he's one of the most difficult players to deal with. But how
they compare the Arsenal midfield there?
Arsenal
midfield
without Declan Rice. Whoever said Mikel Arteta, the last game, there was a story that Declan Rice most likely doesn't feature in this game.
Is it confirmed?
Mikel Arteta, friend is in a pretty much person and now. He didn't want to give so much, but again, he
didn't confirm who a prayer now pride.
No.
Okay, so
in the last game that they played,
Aston Villa number.
Yeah, Onone Mosquera, they had gotten injured in the last game that they played.
But I mean, I feel still Arsenal midfield no ahead of Aston Villa.
Martin Ibanez will be mending. It means that Mikel Merino will be back to the midfield.
Sure. So no more.
I don't.
But I free game.
Yeah.
The Unai Emery factor no.
Yeah.
Unai Emery no kuta Arsenal pay.
No, but see, call to watch you call. But Mika say there's still the
midfield. There's still now. I feel Arsenal befa.
So be mending Merino. So is he going to play Miles Lewis Kelly? Okay, Odegaard is back. So maybe you play to be mending Merino, 2 Sociedad boys in the middle, and play Odegaard or maybe start Eze as a 10. So that's going to the Arsenal midfield.
Sure.
Whilst Lucas, Aston Villa will come with Amadou Onana John McGinn, any Morgan Rogers. And yes, I'm about saying I'm talking about the collective. Individuals, no pay.
And I say, offer player for player, midfielder. Arsenal, the end of
but this is the same midfielder we had Arsenal in the last few seasons.
This is a different Arsenal.
No, but it was the same Arsenal with Rice.
I know, but we say, so Arsenal team we. What do you mean compare last season, 2 seasons ago? But it's a complete team.
No, it's not.
And we knew how to manage and get the result.
Okay, but it's not completely different in terms of personnel. But you're saying that it's completely different how to manage and play the game. Great, but so do you think that Arsenal win the game automatic of Villa Park?
Difficult game, but Arsenal win.
Straight win for
very difficult, but Arsenal win. Game of Arsenal and draw that.
Arsenal doesn't win this game for me. Yeah, these are the games that Arsenal will not win. Arsenal will not be perfect throughout the season.
Games be saying Arsenal show Bobreno.
Oh,
I'm sure we are seeing now. This season is our season.
No, teams like Chelsea and Arsenal.
I know Unai Emery. Also, only Arsenal for no unfinished business. We will feel so moment to tinny. Time over Arsenal.
Oh, Arsenal results. I'm going to tinny. No.
On only shoes says Arsenal for man time.
Yeah.
They said on Mama Mikel at a time now.
But at the beginning, Mikel's results were there. Mikel won the FA Cup at the beginning, and you could tell say all progressing. On Unai Emery, none of results new. Unai Emery is a good coach, but Arsenal didn't work. Maybe there are things that I don't.
This is the time of person catch Arsenal for say. If you say come on time.
Oh, I saw 2 seasons ago.
So I saw twice. And na so na the Belgian league. That makes the game a bit banana skin.
It's not a bit banana skin. A proper banana skin.
Aston Villa team we. I'm not for fun, but I'm saying Arsenal.
Now yes, that season now on Arsenal side, right? I
don't know Chelsea my Arsenal team no. Look, when you said this season, me say Arsenal game back gra. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Go for no team rough.
Interesting.
Omo team pa.
Incredible.
Enti no mu jam shame no.
Arsenal when you Arsenal jam. That's what
I dey tell you e say abo boy bi ni.
And
you look to refresh. Me
Arsenal ja Chelsea.
Akwa ho atoro.
Arsenal ja Chelsea.
Mu jam maza. Omu jam.
But Richard Arsenal say how person to 2 any reason. Arsenal ja Chelsea. Arsenal ja Chelsea. We have played Arsenal with 10 men.
Away.
Against Stamford Bridge. 10 man here is 1 Arsenal wabeti.
Any question say?
1-1. Until no any ladies on enjoy them on Ujai.
Who gave me a ball 1-1 at the edge when you serious?
Because we are but don't see it in Arsenal. No, but say through car. That's not the same thing. How Villa matching. Any young red cards on the board draw. And when you reach out say, "Nya Uber card the end because you park so." Park the money.
I'm from Molis.
Also, I was to Fabo Everton. And I was in the team. Fabo West Ham. Team West Ham. One you know now can say. What do you see from Daniel? What are they moving by West Ham Vatican?
Go be to me they make me.
On the one we are
showing me the idea move you.
We are by another one.
I'm sure screen is one. I'm going to take counter me. But in fact, you game in now I knew. Say a second go probably in 90 minutes and go on the
Villa are winning almost 8 out of my last 9 matches on my bond. Liverpool penalty. So like all of us are saying, it's going to be a difficult game. Okay. Christian Mosquera is out. The injury list now keeps on getting longer. We'll wait to see if Declan confirmed to also be out of side game now. If it's not, it means that we will still have Declan Rice, will be Mendy, Eze as a midfield 3, Amadou Onana, Boubacar Kamara, Louis Telemann, and John McGinn is going to be in there in a game that's going to be very interesting. Which a match with and a year me yapa when Enzo Maresca did not maximize the opportunity he had against Leeds United. I felt Leeds were much more beatable than Bournemouth. 2 teams been now a similar record in the last 5 games. But you see, it's Christmas, and me I know my Chelsea. For the Christmas, send your money. Anyone wants a Chelsea at Chelsea's 3 points, was I check Bournemouth 3 points. And that is the worry. That is why for me, going into the Leeds game, we should have taken it more seriously. I do not understand why I started with Malo Gusto. Even if he's always arrested Risa, play Gusto. Not but Chaloba anybody, and I said Chaloba any a champion. That would have given us a better chance. But now in this game, it means that everybody will come in. And Enzo Maresca say, Wesley Fofana is ready to play 1 game a week. I mean, to one more Leeds match, or Bournemouth match. I think it's similar also for our branch friend Reece James, and Reece is going to be back. You are nominated for manager of the month of November. I think Maresca is going to win the month of November. I also think either Igor Jesus, Igor Thiago, sorry, and as our branch friend Reece James, all of them will win the player of the month also there.
Where the fashion pass in room, minimum say time no shit, but I mean you are a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
Until I start this question. Mathieu Enzo Maresca all cast is where I confused.
Yeah.
Confused in the sense that
did you listen to that he said?
Yeah, I've listened.
Okay, because me say you say Andy can I have not heard it.
Now all cast
although my share the whole
only because say on your rotation there Chelsea it seems result number.
Okay, so I think that is the part of the pre-matcher. Journalists we can be sir Enzo say John Terry akọ video.
Yeah.
Now John Terry criticized say yes sasa.
Yeah.
And no can say the confusion that he's talking about is say you players no arrest you on bepra.
Yeah.
Or arrest you on so or arrest you on so na team lose because
now this is my question.
Yeah.
Now you have move on in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And raise eyebrow say Chelsea best spend over 1 billion.
Yeah.
Now coach didn't mean rotation because coach who now team no so.
Yeah.
What I say?
Yeah.
Enti ana yense sana no mo munya bi mo no. Omo so ntimi mabo game ni bi. So Chelsea ntimi nya sa dia. Now my question is then that over 1 billion am spend here no. As a question kakra wo.
Oh yeah, I think it does. Obia raises that question a legitimate question. Because
Arsenal Arsenal games are sometimes Mikel Arteta if 4-5 changes Arsenal will continue to win.
You see again, you can't compare. Anytime I'm about one, he raises question. Why should the next time we have a question? I make them work and watch them. Who is that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good.
There be how I think so. Sometimes and you will see.
It's a legitimate question.
I mean, yeah, no. Also, obviously, all the control side. I mean, yeah, no. Who will not be trolling and we're trolling me. Yeah, me can say. Who the Arsenal Bema and you because Arsenal been doing this for 7 to 8 years. Arsenal have chopped and changed. They probably might have spent less, but then more players in terms of going in and coming out. Again, my question for me, if you discuss 1 billion without the context of Antonio Rudiger or free Chelsea, Messi Mount or Pesoko, Kai Havertz that wanted to go, Jorginho's contract extension, and go to Conte, you are not being fair to the club. But again, on the surface level, yes, because why do you spend 1 billion and Disasi at baby 8 minutes and 21?
And it was Chelsea.
So why do you buy him
in the first place?
And then Akotone say is he not good enough? But you see at the beginning because the owners need buying and always say that you baby almost the kind of Graham Potter started buying certain players. Go for Pochettino.
Naguano.
Graham Potter. So on the coaches Sweden for national team. The first game you're born 4.
No, I'm saying coach.
Alexander Isak when you first one you're born 9.
I'm saying Graham Potter.
But Graham Potter can't get to you come and lose me Graham Potter. I go my business.
Ready yanko bon do the certificate ko nya no e wan na de man
man enye bad so you go about that ten hag be for
why
you about that ten hag
o mienu
ai
e be you know ba kutiri wa pa na ba ko onyi.
This is a game that Enzo Maresca should try and win e be yedin
okay
because Bournemouth a good side at home but on form nenye they've lost some key players so Bournemouth yeah I think Chelsea should win this game. Although in all of my slips, I've said it. I'm in fact Chelsea come and slips because I don't want to add any emotional attachment to Sika. So I need that team to win over 1.5 if you still want to put it inside. I'm certain that there are going to be goals in there. Tottenham must be better than against Brentford. I think Newcastle better than Burnley. Man City is better than against Sunderland. It's not going to be a straightforward game, but I'm expecting to see my friend in Manchester City. Ebenya an important win against Sunderland. All those Sunderland are giant slayers. I think City and Sunderland are either team to win on 1.5. Right. Liverpool are away to Leeds United also. The last time I'm about draw LFA, I believe that Liverpool in this game Leeds United match. It's a game where goals will come. It is not a game where maybe a lot of straight win about Liverpool, but maybe the goals about each and now go for this car. Makani said. Usually when people come to you, they catch yourself face schools near the idea, maybe. So please do not listen to them. just religiously stick the quotes. Trust me. They be make the same way. There are times where one bet 80 say all the 5 quotes, and you really mean that because in my mind, Obisika.
Shit.
And the Liverpool game was example. The next day, 3 solid quotes won. Okay. On Friday it was good. Thursday they've won. I think that you are going to be on a streak from now till there Saturday. And don't miss out. Quotes, over interactive, you are able to make your screenshots, but also first one maybe Obama already is what a BW26D3DC2A. That is the first one. Second one a BW26D36A71. Third one a BW26C95360. Fourth one a BW26C93E9D. And the last one a BW26C91E69. Which made us in your show.
Kofi, at you for a dawasipa no pay any admawa de amai. Kwasi Asai was I'm still struggling to accept Arsenal winning the English Premier League. But it looking more inevitable each game week. Chelsea are sat down at least hoping for a win at Vitality today. Because you are sorry that this message at the Abraham Medal Lion winner. I say, good morning, Richardo. Fifi Manfred can coach and excel from the way he analyzed the games. I think he should venture into coaching. Medal Lion winner and this message at the about into coaching that na okoye adebu okinfesa no mo pamono say okoma Nuruddin that time na head coach at the making face and a tactical meeting yes so umbusa akwe say na team ne no mkobo ayo so o mahwe omo ye kwa yin kobosi omko no mkoji 6 anom say akwe ya mpamono onye coach
pani passe ye de oya de
Visa for the pamono.
Ska. Kajo is the only way this ska.
I'm saying the way I was analyzing the game now. You should venture into coaching.
You want brochia, but I hadn't met you.
Had you? Ubefe future papa. All right. Yan church Mediana saying 104.5. Fifi Manfred Madikai attending Kana Bismarck Usi Bempa Ayala Eba. Na ononso abewuram na yedi nkomono etimi ade amamo Davido okay David Obeng okay as Richard, my fair opinion is that Chelsea was doing tonaton and found them they were doing business rather than developing the team. Okay, David Obeng and this message at the Abraham Samuel Kisi. I'll say Chelsea fans are emotional. If that lineup cannot play a relegation league team, then don't. I'll say then. Okay, my man for him. I say Chelsea fans are emotional. If that lineup cannot play a relegation league team, they don't need to be at Chelsea. Blame those schoolboys. Errors. Maresca has done nothing wrong. Look at tossing. Okay, someone can see. I think at this point I agree with you. Because so you player near better about Chelsea. Na coach this players need be a lot of matches. Your squad no so. At least you may be entrance now more games. You rest kakra. Na mo so munya bi mo no mo be na mo ba na mo to be disappointed there. It means that money business be our Chelsea or any Premier League now more bono. But baby obi so be about question at the end say some players dey come as no I don't want to confirm don buy na I'm say another question me say the other winning so no e be bisa the FO AJ minister say Richard, I'm expecting Manchester United to big woes and not even concede a goal. I didn't talk na ko kama yi woes for mo nya dey by so defense in kwi enti yeah, consider the enchida and you know, Kando say, Mr. Richard, please tell Mr. Fifi that today you will surprise the whole Chelsea camp with Arsenal new today. Thank you. Pando na this message at the Abraham so bet me the message number Nhyira 104.5 Nhyira TV our YouTube na ya kan message no at the amount our Jumadi no so Ken Darius I say now that Fifi I started from club football. I'm 100% sure that Ayala will start from the FIFA World Cup draw. Okay. That's Ayala Chimohu. All right. Makina Sabien. I'm for the infantry to Nafe. Yentua Ayajumedino. So I say the Ghanaian sports and journalists support the national team. But it is the management of the national team that are not doing the needful. Okay. Makina Sabien on this message at the Abraya from Pause there. Also, good morning, Richardo. A message in Shadanya Claire Mamu. Also, Candy, Mamin Comra, Namin share a message in him. Aye, Emfa, Emma, Martin, Jacob. I say, good morning, Richardo. I'm says I'm a medicain. A candidate, I'll say, Ope, meeting you now, in you. Kame hwena nka mensa ne fifi enko bet bi mbat is a bet there empanifo bi atumi funti bet pa de munyam bi anti ado a cheden so ade amami David Achao nyako so good morning mentor, you always give us nothing but absolutely the best every day. Watching you live from Japan, glory Manchester United, and also they are bringing and I know passage and Ketia Collins. SP, good morning. Who you there? That's answer me who watch it. I say, Richest Manchester United, and now I'll say, na Manchester, and no tea. At for over to me at the message, Abba, na yakin kind at the amount YouTube, Nhyira TV. Over to me, after you made live, na Minsai, and class are the if I'm a crown, I'm a victim. Can I no say? Sir, the data share Facebook now or they share a YouTuber. YouTube no I was so the chain Facebook. I tell for us now you can't do it even any crack. And it's true. It's not like ABA your YouTube in America as we natural. If I saw the data I share YouTuber very, very cheap. So they compare a Facebook. And to be on my back say Richard na YouTube no nobody do until and I'm on switching my Facebook. My catch on Facebook we will come back. Definitely we will come back. But see they ain't stick it to YouTube no. But YouTube no so no relatively very, very cheap. Very, very, very cheap. And more show now say YouTube no and none board no and yan in fact if you mu approve say Facebook no cra no at data no at the chain YouTube. Enti se see how so show ni dia YouTube and na ye wo Nhyira TV o subscribe channel na odo message no aka ho na Bismarck go su bempa ya lamfa enko maka cham se Nhyira bodo no yegusu a yetiefo ne ahwefo papa bi ametemo so anama soriye amuni ma de krontia me fili Nhyira in fact multimedia yetiefo ene yahwefo too much. It's in a yard na me de bed man de kuntia mumfa show no eni agro and na anytime bia ye be resort to mo se mumboan yen na yenkudi dwumadi bi no mo de ten ebe kan ho ametimi ye dwumadi no kama enti se dia afi bia mo kan ho e ma ye Nhyira bodo no mesra mo afi nso aduru ho so ho maka cho se de kuta ubia kwan da ho de kura ubia aduane mpaboa entare sika fam de ka wakoma bia so person de beboa ne de koboa enyanka no in fact afi bia e ko orphanage homes ahodo ekoye omo aya adoye enenti afi asaba manim se yesemo momwa na momaboa yen na yenso de kakra ye de beka ho no yemfa enkoboa onibie nti yesemo ada yegutu a ye twem de niema na dose na wutimi mfa ma mema number bi ufra ne betuka ne abesesa niema no se sika fam nso a ekwan da ho obetimi afre na anasa sorry what send sika no e de aba through ayemomo me pacho donation no number ni 0550 068822 0550 068822 kitua bia insade ekuta obia na wadaroma yebesom ne agye ne aboaboa no na nyame yɛ adom a afi kɔ ne wie yi yama ayi oni bi nso no atimi asre nyankopɔn enhyiraw sɛ wagye atum na wode ato akoma so sɛ obɛyɛ bi ɛno nko akɛkɛ ne nyame nhyiraw na mutu anamɔ so obɛyɛ bi na nhyira na ɛwɔ mu no nyankopɔn ɛmfa bi ɛmfa ɛnom amen 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 nyame nhyira obi bia Besmak owusu bempa ayala. Good morning.
Good morning.
Na I want to say
oh nyame adom me ho ye pa.
Ede nyame ase.
Me ho ye.
I know so work no nya easy.
Anna number se me di kan ho asam. We ase aye we nya obi an fredo ma edomba.
Sure.
Na enra I think say Abia for some of us we were not surprised because now your expectations was strong.
Okay.
But for a bit to say good fellow money also in money or more said that so familiar with Kumasi Terreno. They were so surprised about the crowd, you know. And I'm catching almost say, oh, I'm surprised because they don't know how Fatulo Esia lock it down Sokobai. And the power of radio and media and so edimuntin by pa. But I think it is only right say ye better obi biara nra otimi enya akonya na oba work with Sokoban Fatilo no and so ebi ye do biase yen starting body na enra ejie nyina yensem. The crowd was massive. The energy na super. Ntano pay jina ha na na se pa efi akumem na ye deda obi biara se omo te kwan no so omo nte kwan no so omo free kran ba omo free sunyane kofo be brain na bae nyankopon enka obi aho na ye da mu nyina mo so ase rich me pentama me aba be di FIFA World Cup draw no enkomo me pentem pa enemi nya ekra nka me ma code no nko a na nka matena se but me ye ne sa enye yi enti me semo en analysis ne se ne be ye bi nyamre na ye dey discuss FIFA World Cup groups no any draw na course we no anu nti no e be ye speed kakra e ana mo de ache enye tambia na e be nyamre bebre na e dey slow. Some days they are normally irrelevant. HBT you have speed pa with your foreign news analysis, you know, from Meme side. Now, you start straight from the English Premier League. Rich, bare 3 years in here. Aston Villa eka teams na omadani omo osi ahene fo no Premier League no. Se ubesa wojima asema make dia Kobe 3 seasons in the English Premier League. Kosha Villa the games with contenders of the Premier League. Omwa oji points if no ma ofeli so oji and how sa points you know every year in the final dynamics of the league. Arsenal must be careful because se o English Premier League table na rich se Arsenal se omo fambola games na e City anymore. Their games they have their issues but they can win them. Now on the face value there me medical can say any Arsenal team you represent biano can beat any team in the world, not only in the English Premier League. There are two big issues with Arsenal this weekend. He said William Saliba on your feet. Mosquera now buy on and Cape Bono on Supra on your feet. Last game at Arsenal a boy no oh you know not a Julian Timber. Any hand cap in able 4 and 5 and a Ben White able to. Only a fellow Arteta so and fan say a United man and also the against Aston Villa or Jimmy so bit more Jumano with Ben White at right back. menene ya adwen but my problem any how stubborn Aston Villa team we you know say ne if it is true say Arsenal ain't near recover Uriah friend Declan Rice that will be a big problem. And who say a lot of tabloids predict to say Arsenal midfield no can go Zubimendi number 6, Martin Odegaard number 8, Eze number 10. Because there's a problem, big question mark with Declan Rice. Last 10 minutes of the last game at Arsenal ball were and also Cotton and Chain. Arsenal can say, oh, your place a bit more rotate your in depth. But Rich, Arsenal problem back home and he say, Omo in depth like can want 70 Rich, there is one player they don't really have a backup to. Declan Rice. And you wanna know any special on quality here. So box to box. All the Arsenal system na say, Omo my very, very solid in midfield no. And Miami is share say. See you line up na Declan Rice anymore. Rich, me person Baba Gina Monday. Not the over the years when there's a key player missing in team B. Near because oh, on only one the team end near and she said also almost channel. And that is what I'll be looking at. So Declan Rice, it's me back who come begin game anymore. Rich, I will still believe Arsenal will be good enough to beat this very, very stubborn United Emery Aston Villa team. No. The last time on Mubo game, about 2-2. But before that, not Arsenal, as a 2-0 against Villa. Arsenal Arsenal says 2-0, not 2-2 number in the last game. Not Villa, Aji points a free Arsenal home and away in a season, and Arsenal League Ajipa. It's a very, very tricky game. Now, Sunday United Emery in the big games, you know, Rich, he always want to play 2 double pivots in Kamara and Onana to protect in the back four no, and make the game difficult because on him say as the game progresses say Rogers or McGinn any old Watkins and the Tillemas will find them passes not almost create more moments in the game. Arsenal solid but this is one of our big test game this season so bet more with the Premier League now. Temana Andy Bom clear at voice no. So what's your some okay I will say and he has been consistent with that. Or say every game will be an opportunity for these players to tell the whole world say they are ready to win the league. And may I sure say Aston Villa game no, will be one of them. Mr. Renee up a game in the Bishay. It will be one of the best games you watch in the Premier League for a while. And I am tipping say Arsenal will get something away from that game, no, even though a year away to Villa. Bournemouth na Chelsea come. Rich, say Usha Omo graphic in the crown. And Chelsea say out of the 2 key players at Chelsea and your list, no, they will get one of them back in Reece James. Before that list game, no. Now my ask Ami at Chelsea say, look, he's not going to race Reece James in that game. Reece James Nankasa on your fit to be playing consistently. Man, anyway, if you say not on your Reece James, now bunch of friend Moses Casolo too, are suspended, and to lose 2 key players. Saturday it could affect his team, but he was stubborn to it. Rich, he quickly will have to bring Reece James back. Now, Reece James and Kwabana or Bano will it be enough to bring Chelsea back to winning ways? Anna, may I show say Kopama 2 must start this game.
Sure.
About 10 or more games at Chelsea. He needs to start playing. Now, Rich, say we must consider our only squad we are. This is Chelsea's one of their best teams on both team assemble. Sanchez, Gusto, Cucurella, Chaloba, Fofana, Reece James in midfield alongside Enzo Fernandez, Pedro Neto, Garnacho, Kopama in the number 10 row behind João Pedro. Now, no credit. Obia knew what has hit or reality, no. But all of a sudden, Omu Yahubium, Omu Bodebo. But results in them bad this season, said they about last season, no. But you start this season when they were second. All of a sudden, no matter TG, they want to find their mojo back, but they are not finding it. Rich, there are 2 Chelsea in the league game. They will go into this game very, very concentrated, and they know say every timer in the season one final consistency assemble to until you can go 2 games now really and you still want to keep yourself as a contender of the Premier League. Until I'm expecting Chelsea say Omanya de will be a draw against team friend Bournemouth. I was a game him a honum Everton Nottingham Forest sad game we wait me how to bet it. One way our own formula nida. For me, the best formula for this game is somewhere under 4.5. I am not expecting too many goals in Everton against Nottingham Forest because Everton, shaky kakra. And you Nottingham Forest now, and you coached by Santos and I say Ant Postecoglou, and Sean Dyche now. Sean Dyche, yes, Uncle Kisilibia, you want to score 4 or 5 goals in one game. It's a very, very tight game in Everton, Nottingham Forest. It's a whole job better. Not what Johnny Akosa will. Now, Rich, who said this season, Sunderland, I storm on power. Your season, you are. There's a certain team or have big boys, you know. But almost a big boy, but watch no at Siena. Say, Massa, the whole year, and you will be a bit in the about so. This could be one of those games. City air hosts Sunderland. But Rich, who in the entire and confront me in City in the the last game they played, how a game is Koya. So 5-4.
Only Fulham.
Yes, a game they were winning comfortably. Then all of a sudden, now enormous is so game anymore. Ojino one want to see. Now it tells you say City team they've not arrived yet. And it's a sign out here. And it's a little more about how. That is the normal command you wait maybe a first game no say. And a normal circumstance City should beat Sunderland. Sunderland and you will be able to go bet you. But they are 2 more against Fulham no. Emma Unya maybe say City team na ngasa kran. Omuda so problems we they need to solve. Rich, I am not saying Sunderland will be able to go and beat City Etihad. Even though they are stubborn, they can't. But to get Areshemu totally and absolutely in City there, and also say the Adabraka on a better celebrity, a game. First of all, I think that we should get goals and over 1.5 game and a City not losing because Omo Ebo will fear against Tima, your friend Sunderland, Newcastle, Ebo Bali. I was saying Newcastle to Michelle. The stock market team no still now. Rich Premier League no move so. It's a game I will tip Newcastle to beat Tima, your friend Bali, Tottenham and Brentford. What a tricky game. I say Ghana group no. That game way. Brentford for no. After so mo find you mojo no, omo ndanche.
You can say Thomas Frank or against the former.
Yes.
I see.
And Thomas Frank is also bad Tottenham no. Our problem with your home games. And it's a very, very open match. It's where I think over 1.5 the new Tottenham Stadium in that game no will be fantastic to watch. Leeds is here Chelsea in chair. Now they welcome Liverpool. I ask them
Liverpool.
It's a crowd, the Liverpool and some kind.
Ayala, this weekend now. Me 2 investors for.
I'm going to Liverpool go with
film.
But the goals will come.
The Liverpool that will turn
up. But Rich, I am Liverpool nearly in quite a 1.5 member.
Okay.
Because Daniel Farke will send over Chelsea now. And Liverpool too. Only Tijida was Sunday. But also bet money 1 or 2 goals be at the amount. So you've made the analysis simple. Say the numbers and I don't know. I think say Leeds, Liverpool, and when you win, Liverpool will come back Simbiano. Just go for your goals and you are rest assured. Say at least we bet me a winning bet no. Now in the Spanish La Liga, there's only 1 point in the separating Barcelona and Real Madrid. Now it is important to note that because Barca are quite away to Betis. Madrid will go home to Celta Vigo. enti Madrid nim say baby o mo ne ba say duru no e neck to neck so obi kwa away na give me difficult kakra o ba say o ye o ma ye ofie say the be ya say for tape no na osusu o ba be sign ho na rich and you say Elbia Misro Betis but I watch the La Liga they are a good team. They are very good team and they have an experienced manager in Pellegrini. They play Pablo Fornals behind almost striker Cucho. Na omabo Morocco ni Abde, former La Masia boy no, on the right, Anthony on the left to give them weight. And she almost 2 wingers, wingers, to che, kati in abe hawaji. And Fornals behind Cucho. Then in 50 Marco Roku, any Diosa. And Magbatra, who is a former Barcelona boy with Nathan 4 and 5. Which team small team. Newspapers have struggled to predict Barca first 11, no? Because everyone say okay, Frankie de Jong beba, Pedri you can bring Rafinha as number 10. Na wobo Rashford. No Lamine Yamal and play any of the strikers, whether Lewandowski and Asef Ferran. And me see who they be. Who they Eric Garcia 6 no bon a year. And against Betis, Obetini Abo, Eti Bono, never Frankie de Jong ni Pedri Cajon. Never Rafinha M1 left with Lamine Yamal on the right, never either Ferran or Lewandowski. But there's something going on. Every known Spanish media is predicting Ferran Torres so never starting game with. I don't know why. They are so sure say Lewandowski is not going to start against Betis. In all honesty, Mentia has to flick Premier press conference. Every other kind of straight. And until you be a predictors are until any of them you watch, you will see Ferran Torres as the striker. Which we get 2 teams in the room, you will see goals.
Okay.
You can even be bold and go over 2.5 in the Betis Barcelona game. We are going to see goals in that game now. And Barcelona is a favorite on paper. Say Omubetimi a winning. Nancy and Real Madrid ko share be bound for no. Omune's game I was on me BM Omuni team a final Atletico Madrid rich. Atletico Madrid for Nancy and Barcelona show mo for sure. It's a 2 teams are Omo last games to Barcelona and Real Madrid who are looking for response. Rich Nemaka say this Bilbao team is one of the worst I have seen. And Metepe say Omo response, you know. One of them will get it more than the other, and Misika will be on team the third Atletico Madrid. Sena Medica Cano, Real Madrid hosted Celta Vigo. And again, I am hoping it will be a Kylian Mbappe show. Celta Vigo for they are so vulnerable when it comes to defense, you know. And so yes, the Babenabawa expect this goal machine. I feel Kylian Mbappe say obetimi atian ewo so and Real Madrid win against Celta Vigo. The Santiago Bernabeu, and how that win will impact the league will depend on and neck if Barcelona will get results or Betis and I say omo enya results in the French league. Who say rich and Olympic Marseille and TV and show and they say we call league this one. Let's end that first though. It's only that first the French league and also they tell make a French league and they say there's a big game I Barcelona. Paris Saint-Germain, rich, and then Omoni started Rene. I want the Parc de Presse. I am tipping Paris Saint-Germain say they will win and go back to top this weekend. In the Bundesliga there, you have to go for goals in some of the games, you know. RB Leipzig ended that second in the Bundesliga. Omobofia against Frankfurt. Bayern equal away to Undaf, Stuttgart. They say Undaf there. Because together on one Asia goes na Edema and Tima your friend of Dortmund ever bought against CAG on final. So you look for the games and go you over 1.5 over 2.5 in the Bundesliga and you are good to go. Rich, ready? I mean,
sure.
Mama, your code no.
What do you mean? So
na intimi.
Duba kwabo.
Intimi mrefi na yama bonko because and community now fear.
na only the man come on here then man for this yeah 3 matches never we 2 oh US near Boba ko Canada I'm for
say I bring suku so also US visa and I Canadian visa account to say odu I get to say masam kwayebo na mama me visa na me kwayebo
South Africa for me Thomas omubu ofu denden ni sa denden omu ko Mexico
de me be trust account to dey to omu ntimi South Africa so omu kro ni na
mo te South Africa mo ko Mexico am so muzu
na rich anye shekra no omu hosti omu World Cup no
anyam mo
ni Mexico dey ball first game na omu so we hosti omu dey no mo se ba na yam first game
because mo no mo 1-1 into this time ye pe winner
asem ye ni o
enti mo nko na mo nko
oh mo nko ma no ntu na ka ye ne ke fe nko Mexico ye ne ke fe nko Mexico na
eti for sanity ye 3 matches na be ball group stage no ye bobo mienu ewo US ni abako ewo Canada I mean it's a good news ma
they say yeah but first one with US
yeah
ni akobo second one against England or Canada ni asaba back to Philadelphia ewo the US enti emu de papa emu de enti mesemu course na make church no enti na atisa make kasa code no and I make church no fabi na etwabi na me announcement the marriage
okay
before me me code ni betu dwa no December we ayeremi me de me ankasa package bi ba amatu ni din the roll over bonanza for Christmas we omo etie sharp power sports na omo try course ni nyina no me de a unique formula bi ba ebe ma obi abunyeska na 3 days roll over 3 days roll over no me start Tuesday na say enetie we dey chair na games ni bi church na the year say by Tuesday na 100 cedis which the be ni 100 cedis Tuesday apart from the normal course na me beba no me the 3 odds course beba just 3 odds for 100 cedis no 2 anu na chi say you dia I have 3 odds until you get 300 cedis. The following day, me say the 3 odds beba. For 300 now we know you rolling over to the 300 no 2 actually not only 900 cedis. The following day no, you say the 3 odds beba until they have 3 days 3 roll over with 100 cedis you know. Which by the time I do 900 no, I don't call the next one no.
That's a rare Christmas, you know.
That's a 2,700.
That's fine.
Bet you cross your Musama bonus in T. That's a cash in bet 3,000 with only 100 cedis. It's me so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, yeah, the enemy. Kai say you best start a roll over no. To pay 100 cedis to next Tuesday. You best start Jenny no with me way a unique. And me dey back of me say you better bring an area near right into the new year no. But any games you know course in here BW26D70DF7. Second one BW26D7645F. Third one BW26D870FB. And the last one BW26 D8D87A. Say Oko also bempa ayala ewo X. And I say Bismarck also bempa hyphen ayala ewo Facebook. And I say ayala sponsor. Sa code no enyina ewo ho. Say wo share so on Nhyira TV. You can take a screenshot na what me actually. But Emma Remfi starting from next week Tuesday, yeah 3 days roll over bonanza no. Na ya pay Christmas money. Edi ashe botomuti na wakai na wase no so edi ama rich enra ni o ma koso
papa
ni o ma koso pa
na dwumadie no ma yembo organizers na baso
very nice of
FIFA ne 3 countries na omo eco hosti dwumadie no enra me ka say ye draw na madam go Germany no send message abrofo de as a organization na I mean, very, very colorful. Everything is on point. On what time behind it, yes, and at the end, yes, BBS in a BBM,
because I remember even see I heard CAF so organize draw. Ako very very fine. Even Ghana hakrano. MTNF Cup omo ya draw na ekoyi. Enti enya brofo de. And no event was super organized. And it was very very nice. It's interesting in komo bebre no. Interesting in komo bebre no. Na before we bebem no. The chime in komo ni nyina. First of all, the first game of the World Cup, Mexico South Africa.
Yeah. In 2010, World Cup of course was South Africa. No? Yes, I can ukakrebi na yefani ayala nkomo no.
Taylor, what do you say? It's a really good ball. It's Shabalala. Goal, Bafana, Bafana. Goal for South Africa. Goal for all Africa.
Okay, and the World Cup no. I went to Shabalala on the chef first goal. I wore a Jumedina say I'm in Mexico. Boy, I feel World Cup I started on the 11th of June. No, yeah, Mexico on also Tenefi, actually in South Africa. I had the end of money.
So Rich, you see, okay, on say, I say, event be a esida na enkaloto me ka say etwa butu no. When the World Cup was coming to Africa, Rich, the anticipation was that, Charlie, World Cup and that was the first game, South Africa, Mexico, and the way Uncle for anticipated the next World Cup, Rich, the first game is a repeat of the first game of South Africa 2010. A coincidence be a FKK. Number 2, Rich, defending champions Argentina, and I think that this World Cup there were a lot of stories with Africa. Defending champions Argentina, Rich, everybody on first game
against
and almost started on defense of World Cup against Africans Algeria. Into a Lionel Messi against Riyad Mahrez. Now, Rich, and you know, Minister Washa, if you've really paid attention, Rich, who say, you see, Sunday by da, every Saturday anajo. So World Cup by da, every a lot of the opening games of groups, you know, Rich, there are some groups the opening games of that group. Just say already Emma who salivate say you want to watch the World Cup.
Brazil, Morocco.
Group C. Brazil, this current Brazil way against Tima Edu the semi-finals of the last World Cup. Brazil, Morocco, Group C. And the opening game. Now Rich, and you don't go on. Uko Group F. Maybe a Netherlands one. They will play their first game against Japan. And Senansewa follow World Cup. That game is a cracker of a match. Now, any Rich, then game now, what a match! France against Senegal. And that takes me back to say France against Senegal game. No?
I give you your memories. Oh,
yes,
France Senegal.
Beam opening match. And the last time I see also was an opening match of the group of that group, no, and to Group I, our France against Senegal. Then Rich, the opener in your group, no, the England-Croatia game, super game. Now, and you know, Rich, and name brain in world football. How many are two best strikers we are saying?
World football.
CA strikers me no
and Hurricane. Sorry. Omea through.
Yeah.
You say Hurricane form or no. Haaland form or Wafa and Kylian Mbappe.
Good.
Serious.
Rich, do you know say one of the games I best in the group stages the game between the best two strikers in Group I. France will play Norway. Yes.
Kylian Mbappe
against Erling Haaland in Group I. One of the games. You have those two top strikers leading their national teams to face each other. And they're talking points in the dorsal. They're talking points in the dorsal. But say try say 0 into Ghana Group L. The first thing you get and say, Rich, Ghana need biase April US and as a Canada. Nyanko point here and we double the dose. Now you play your games in US and in Canada only in the group stages. What it means and say na ye kasa because ebia omombe to kwakwa World Cup no will want a US and Canadian visa. Rich, right from the group stages you have to apply for both. And so we all know they must give you because there are games there. And to say a World Cup na bia ye the Mexico group now so because of the nature of the World Cup now there are games in the US for Ghana, there are games in Canada for Ghana. And see ye kwa visas nibi. But Rich, there is one thing interesting, mommy. Rich, this World Cup is going to be one of the most expensive World Cups I ever call.
And according to FIFA president Gianni Infantino, I was expecting the past $6 billion to watch the World Cup.
What do you mean? Say it's one of the most expensive, no? What do you mean, question? You call Katano. Rich, the whole World Cup was played in Doha. Tiama said Ghana World Cup was played in Accra. And 2022 World Cup now shining. All the games was played in one city, Doha. Into Rich. All the countries that call World Cup and no supporters no. We were based in one city. Sebi untu kwai enko.
Yeah.
But Rich.
Really different. Country 48.
Udie, me se me nko be asem Ghana nko. Rich. You boy first game in Dallas. US. And first of all,
Dallas or Texas.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to travel to Dallas. Also first game which is the Panama game. Then you need to travel from US to Canada and watch England against Ghana. Rich. From Canada over back on Dallas.
Philadelphia.
Then you are going to Philadelphia. Back to US to Philadelphia. And by the time I had 3 group games in Ukraine, now we play the guitar. No. Any hotels are what it is going to be one of the most expensive World Cups. You need to find money from now till some World Cup never starts there. Rich. So why you so to you really need to find money. And yes,
because even Ayala, so what US now from one state to the other state, you know. And Ukraine,
Rich US it's like the whole of Africa.
Your baby on my travel by 3 hours.
4 hours now to play. Play and yet battle.
The same Americans.
I said the Ufia come and say Morocco. Uko Morocco is 4 hours. Me see the US assassin and they say the whole of Africa. And you need to be traveling within it. And I will credit outside Canada account. So you travel outside US, come back to US from Dallas to Philadelphia. Now my main fact sa koshi we magana from me. Yes, Ramo. And I'm going oh me ko World Cup ni bi. Me ko World Cup ni bi. Eso na wan hwe matches ni bi. Which ye benya nkofobia.
And I'm also a video and I'm in a car man when ye. Because embassy one hour police have video.
Of course, all those things.
What happened in county?
Now I'm on so Trimukune
videos and
I'm now all they are call affecting Kofor. But Rich, Yahweh and Kofor World Cup, but they will only watch one match.
And then it's true because
could do Dallas now share any Panama game New York.
We're traveling from Dallas to Canada.
I'm going to play ticket or the Canada. and who cause who kwaba nti ukoba na wo say ko Philadelphia nti aho ya na budget constraints nti to bi ha obaka so okay meshe Panama men ko Canada but metwa me Philadelphia there
nti omo ba
na meshe omo ho but the best game too is against England and so they ko Canada no and now say benyan ko for so rich they will get the Canadian visa and go and wait for the Blasters in the second game obaka so okay world cup when you be answer kwa there or say England Ghana or you satisfied na at least when we say or share one match winner or the idea of rich those are the entity wanted me also say your reaction
very expensive
World Cup
no
bedding
ticketing hotels are better
match day tickets aduane a obedi
traveling no crown
brutal now rich if Abain and I saw the supporters Beko, which I know are the supporters Beko rich
Abain the supporters Beko because I think the last time the sports minister was very emphatic
but so what try you tell that and I want we
and enemy
who on see on the Lexus boy their platform so
okay
also they are looking for corporate sponsors now or much be the supporters now.
So this time any from the government
that has always been the rhetoric so when you know what it means to say that now rich the budget Abai will need
and where they fetch me obi tie show no so war and war America na also from Dallas to Toronto so go game ni bia unya $1,000 azan wait me akwa ko ebi
plane ticket
no
I don't know how no bana
I don't know unless e bia
or the mention
my breakdown no
$1,000
from Dallas to Toronto
okay
so ukoshe
ebet my say ukwa ba about flight is ayana
ne price no from
and yes I want format ni bone say dey gidigidi say dey want split to one now rich if you are spending $1,000 from Dallas to Toronto and back baby I better buy you then I will be in my or match day take it in my na obanswa me bisano plane where do be see head over back to Dallas and I say so how then will you go from Dallas to Philadelphia and so
so say travel from Dallas to Philadelphia so because definitely heading our plane the best how do back to Dallas
and I say
yes ka o
and I say I use to chop tickets no from Dallas to Toronto, from Toronto to Philadelphia.
And I buy cigar or Gigi, and I use what Gigi me do bow.
What you say? I buy budget or bet na to take supporters along this World Cup. Rich and yes kaketwa. Because supporters they all do omukwa. Rich baby umbede ina ya woka o. And they no umbedi ya woka. Match day take it ya woka.
Ona beto.
Bibia.
And they mo kind there. Very very expensive.
Very expensive.
America for any more America and Canada no. Mo akwa na from veche money ade no. Mo my run down bi na yenhwe from Dallas to Toronto no. Ze bi Ghana ni bi person oba no be game ni bi obenya sei. Na yemfa ticket ni ade na nke ka ho na. Em say ade na ni ehunu sare em say. Ebe yire se
uya be uya when you cry uya be 100,000 Ghana cedis to go for this World Cup.
Can 1 billion?
I'm telling you. Uya miss kakose one prepare cry. You need close to that amount. So so ko na o she match bi the team na chi be bi o meko bia e Philippa say walk up which you need that amount. Me I've been at the World Cup before so I know what I am talking about. For a journey with internal travels
or travel from one destination to the other
or they come because so chale me say me ko didi ti we from ko KFC and McDonald's nti Uber fa rich you need money. You need a lot of cash and a lot of support to be there. A lot. Nti mo me mo boy ho sa. Now answer the be group ni mo common rich. ma yentie reactions ni bi
Auto
said
from
draft code knowledge
yeah group no
yes.
Which is group L no but yeah draw ni we no Auto say yen group ni tough na reason ti I say tough no yen go to no ankasa.
It's a tough group, but it's doable. There are worse groups, to be honest. I'm happy, especially for our fans in the east coast of the USA, that they will be able to see us. So for this, I'm very, very happy. And I think, especially if we have a good start against Panama, from there we can continue to maybe from another perspective, or from England perspective, or Croatia perspective, to do one or two surprises.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Enti Otuado enono or say young group no very very tough. Na ade ba ko aye ne dewe your group no ne say your matches na be no US ne Croatia na at least Ghana for do na ho am so betimi aba stadium edom support ede abre Ghana team no. Na ade ba ko so say den say your first game against Panama no. I mean a game as a Ghana team and yema ya you bet me afa at 3 maximum points, you know. Now fi England and a crucial idea. It will be a game. I was surprised bet me see. And my group no very very tough. Now I'll say your first game now your bo Ediatia Panama no. We need a good start because and then the bet say bet me I qualify the free group and I say me and qualify.
Not intelligent to think about these kind of situations. If it's the case and we still qualify, even though we're third, and it's fine, but surely we take it match by match. We want to win every match, this is for sure. And like I said, once we get a good start, then anything is possible. On a good day, I know we can beat everyone, but I know also we can lose against all of those teams, also Panama, if we underrate them. So we have to be prepared well, and we will prepare ourselves well. We will study the last games of each on every team, and we see we take a closer look on their strengths, but also their weaknesses, and try to prepare as best as possible.
Okay, and I know I Otoado no say young group ni and into any team no so kwatena na countries omo buy a group ni na no makwohwe obia baabi o ya de ene baabi a omo anya de se na bia ehia omo a ibehu kwan a ebefa so ene omo abo na o se ade ba kwa wo hu ene say after the draw no as obia yo so say Panama de mremrem ne fugu ye be hye omo se da bi e say football no baabi adu no untimi enkase team we ana country we de onya de enti Ghana will prepare very very well because I don't need this starting air competition no so no koya eno na ebekire say World Cup no be koye di aman ana say enkoyi na England the Three Lions team na eba no Thomas Tuchel former Chelsea am coach and the team no eba and also after the draw no Thomas Tuchel as you say
Croatia is the standout name, the highest ranked team from pot 2 that we got into our group. But listen, Ghana is always full of talent and can always surprise and has a big history in World Cup football. And also Panama will try to make their most as in their underdog role. So no one can be underestimated. Everyone deserves the fullest respect, and we will show that.
Okay. Enti eno aye Thomas Tuchel after ye draw no and I say aye draw ni we so he team bi to say aye Croatia at pot 2 teams na no ho den no mo ka ho bi and na omo beto aye group num also Ghana dey say the end no e ba no talent Ghana dey kuta bi pa enunti oboboa no ho na o dey ehia o say yes Panama so he group na look likely as omuna ambe the Whipping Boys as omuna munsheda enyedu ewo eye group nto omu nyina no okotena se na ono nso ahwe eye teams no no kwan a ono ne England team no nso betimi apochu omo enso ewo ho Croatia we nim samo mo we nim na we se betimi sande amamia na afi yamo but before no asamoda na ono nso draw no as a former eye Black Stars captain asamoda. And also after a draw no, was the group no, tricky.
Well, I think it's a very tricky group right now, and all the 4 teams wants to qualify, and definitely we are optimistic back home. Everybody back home wants Ghana to qualify. So we'll do our possible best to qualify to the next stage.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. Time to wrap it up, Rio. And I feel like they're going to beat England if it's up to me. You know?
You feel like what?
I feel like Ghana might beat England.
This is what I'm saying, man.
That's my first prediction.
Well, I'll see you backstage.
Oh yeah, there's some more done. And now continue parting to go home. So I'm passing via. But as someone done say, your group in here tricky. Your tier 2 coaches, Otto and then Thomas Tuchel, will be a difficult and tough group. Oh no, me are doing.
Rich, first of all, Oko a platform so Oko England, they are one of the best selling newspapers. The Sun. Yeah, drawn we. Rich, this is the front page of the Sun. Look at what they've put there. In a group that is Croatia, they are thinking about Ghana. They are thinking about Ghana. The last time I saw England boy was in 2001. The game ended 1-1. Sasa Moja let go after Andy Carroll.
Yeah.
Eshe go Edema Omon.
I don't know, they are to YouTube.
Yeah.
That
was the game.
And the car on a share first go to my England.
Fabio Capello in England for coach.
As a modern take on.
A take in the 90th minute at the MI. Now, Rich, the work for a group in the money. As me initial comments. Minim baby I will share draw no. But the na meeting. So if I heard it right, come on no more draw. Rio Ferdinand na in terms of omo ye draw no na oye Bearman no say no your ban Bearman was Rio Ferdinand. I think I don't know if na metie ni here if you also can confirm. He kept saying say yentimi nya 2 European countries in one group. So they were skipping the groups when some ye draw na a European country. I know must skip anymore.
No, you can't say one federation. So, but Europeans need almost one better with 2. One group.
Okay, so then I was confused.
Okay.
Because who said na omu draw federation bia omu si o ni nipa omu dada.
Yeah.
Enti mi fanen kan.
For instance, you fan say be a group na they can use Senegal. So say African team won't mean fanon ko sa group.
Apart from you.
Apart from you.
Okay.
It is over here. Papa na no on the last one no. Yeah, port no media no. I say as I dey man. I say Refred now you keep confusing me.
Yes.
But no.
But Rich. So Oshe groups in the I think say a coin bisono. The idea in football is here. And the reality, and I say, Rich, say born Europeans in Nimbo.
Okay.
Yes. Now so World Cup performance, we FIFA Coca-Cola ranking. Europeans in so many more nebo. And me jidi say, you're lucky to get 2 Europeans in our group. I would have preferred maybe a Croatia one for it to even be Ecuador or any of the South American teams. I would have preferred that Colombia, any of them qualifying Libya. I would have preferred, and I'll play off for Nibimpo. I would have preferred that slot to go to one of them, Bolivia and Suriname, to play off for Nibi. We were not lucky with that. But, Enyaba, how do we play such a group? Rich, we have to forget your slogan of being slow starters now. We have to forget it. Because, Rich, if we want to qualify, we need to beat Panama in the first game. Excuse bien you. Hey, your games an assisha power, Rich. And so is simple. Beat Panama. give yourself that confidence from a win against Panama. No. Never boosty, never try against England. Say England shower any news. But before I will England game na we are against Croatia, no, Rich, Ghana would have known which results we will need against Croatia if we want to qualify.
Okay, yenti Croatian so coach Dalic. Also after the group, no. Who is saying?
We don't hear too much about Ghana. I know my friend Asamoah Gyan. He played with me. I was in LA. I know that will be very tough game. Special Ghana team is very strong, very fast. It cannot be easy for us. We must do everything checking this team. I know your ambition also pass group stage is our goal, our target, and then go step by step. Not be easy. Maybe will be a little bit easy. It will be a tough game in the group stage. You know too much things about the next step. But full respect for Ghana team. I know they're not be easy opponents.
Okay. It seems 3 coaches meaning I know.
We are respecting Ghana.
Yeah.
They all respect us.
What you Dalic also Asamoah Gyan can the
yes.
Inti minimum pa.
Minimum Ghana.
And I'm minimum Ghana.
And a lot of respect. At the Ghana.
Yet na yen Ghana.
Sano be at here.
Okay.
You are Sano be at here. You see a prophet behind you. The way people respect your blasters, you know. Yeah, it's Ghana and respect your blasters, sir. Who cheered Thomas Tuchel? Yeah. Was you? Ghana said, yes, you were talent. And you were good history in the World Cup. That is what he said. And Dalic is saying the same thing. Rich, group Nasi Shamayan. And Southern American. The approach is straightforward. Beat Panama, a must. Osha Panama we are. It will give you a certain level of confidence and a boost. Sa confidence, you know, now they are cover most difficult game in the group against England. No matter results a PM in England against Ghana. By the time I over Croatia, Rich, now what you need from the Croatian game to stand a chance to qualify. And you can certain team we are. Look, Mempese in Premprea, me joining the commentary of Croatia team no is an aging team. Yeah. And they are a team in transition. I think it is too early to have that conversation. In Premprea, the only conversation to me and we here is to know the approach. Win Panama, take the confidence and play England. And you will know your work is cut out for you against Croatia. What you need to do against Croatia. By the time I over Croatia, say 3 points, say 4 points, 6 points. You know per the other group dynamics, you know. And I am in the Ghana group L. You know last group. And by the time I do yes, you know. Say ni one qualified, also qualified, and even third place teams don't qualify. Points and what you need to do against Croatia if you want to qualify too. Inti, you're lucky with a draw for me. To get 2 Europeans powerhouse in our group, you're lucky. But a manageable. We can test ourselves against these teams. And Rich, this is the World Cup stage. You can't go and check it out. You get it. You need to be prepared to play what you say. And Michelle African scene is what, Rich. Morocco and Senegal are probably your best 2 teams. And Morocco is going to play Brazil. Senegal is going to. You need to prepare to play against these big boys. Say, World Cup stage now. Interesting group. Rich.
Michael Abebio Nema. I say, being objective, Ghana will be third in our group because we cannot beat England and Croatia. Even Panama, we must struggle. This is the weakest squad the Black Stars will parade to any World Cup ever.
Now, Rich.
Michael Abibio Nema and this time say Yaba.
Oh, yes, many are John Paper. Of course, or her ranking BBR England and Croatia are ahead of Ghana. No doubt about that. But Richie, this is the World Cup. You don't go as accepting the normalcy. You go to upset the normalcy. That is what you go to World Cup to do. And I am they say, Rich, upon the World Cups I am Rich, a bien who I acquire, yen share tima or your rank above us that. Even the last one, yes, South Korea, they were ranked above us, but we beat them.
Yes, US.
Yes. Yes, check.
Yes, check. Yeah.
Yeah, Rich. I think yes, Serbia.
Yes, Serbia.
Yes. Yeah. You know Australia about draw. We've gone to World Cups. We've upset Oma rank above us.
Yeah, Germany. Ne draw number.
Yes, you about draw against Germany.
Germany
in the group.
And your boss, our World Cup, you know. According to the FIFA technical
game
that game was the best game.
Was the best game of the World Cup. And see, World Cup the realities are always on paper.
Okay.
But you need to always go there prepared to upset a normal incident. Then the second one, Rich.
Now, in World Cup,
this will be the weakest team Ghana ever presented to a World Cup. Rich, the weakest Ghanaian team at the World Cup was in Qatar 2022. Rich, at that World Cup, we only had Kudus. Kudus was our star player. Anya Shekra Rich, and then you bring Kudus. You can say Semenyo is there to help him. Because he is also playing well. Maybe at that time, you add Thomas Partey in Qatar. Partey is still around. Obetimi Abua Kudus as our star boy. Then you add other players. Omuba a team anymore. Rich, I think they make our team better than 2002. Even in that contest, Rich. Team Papa Bia yes Obeji World Cup ni Biano. Rich, can you compare their quality today to the previous World Cups of Mabana? Let's take them one by one. The last time a Spain Kwaji World Cup was in South Africa 2010. Rich, can you compare that Spanish team to this kind of Spanish team? Governor what? But they still Uncle still team Spain to win the World Cup. And the team Uncle can say you can't compare this Spanish team to the Spanish team that won the 2010 World Cup until you raise them.
Even so, the current team no the Omayeno. Winning the European competition, blah 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 blah. No, so we two no any projects now. Clearly, Obaka's okay. Ultimately, in fact, this current Spain team no compare 2010 the NBG no. But the women so no. How much they be say look at tournament bia. I'm no for bono. I'm standing out to meet me.
But Richie, in the previous World Cups, Ayakwa, Ghana Ayakwa there. Not Yaya there from which bedrock. It wasn't as if we've won AFCON in any day. And I at GBB. We have always gone to the World Cup like this. Team a year week. Now I see a bit my boy home on the and we've done it. The French team that last won the World Cup. Even the French team echo 2022 in Qatar. Which you better made the corner money to run team way. I go to South French team. No. And the team behind in terms of generational talent. Aba from Kaka. And let's stop that. Ghana team and let's look at the Ghanaian team in the context of now. Every team has reduced in quality. Every team in the world has reduced in quality. Italy Kobo playoff. Italy. Oh, Kobo playoff. Look at the German team. Look at the German team. It's not anymore.
Even the Brazil team.
Look at the Brazilian team. Look, let's stop that argument. And now Ghana team, this is the weekend.
And from now to
it doesn't make
World Cup. Look,
the argument of this is Ghana's weakest team at Echo World Cup, Rich. And this is a Sobia World Cup.
Okay.
Obiado, one of the weakest team na ever. In this natural name contest, Obiado the team na ever. Let's look teams on merit now. and let's do the argument. Na yenye analysis no. Come. It's Rich.
Okay.
From now to June,
I'm saying, I war US and Canada, so I'm saying, I'm the message ni be a beba. I'm saying, I ranted message no the beba.
What?
Because our flight almost be 800. Into baby, I better dead than money. I didn't say.
Okay. So on the average,
on average,
the flights 800. And we are all good. Okay, that is not bad. At least we have around 8,500 per Ghana the dollar rate. If I say flight be able to be will cost you roughly 8,500. Until throughout the World Cup, how many flights I'll be far? Any matches I'll be winning and say what can no man album.
And almost prices and so a vary depending on flights in
the crowd. Okay. We were using metro train to go and watch games. We were underground within within 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Now we do venue. You pay so our stadium in
travel.
Flight take flights to go. Nti enya asam kitwa
nze na suda na je ntem na ya be ko bi mai to nti esramo la suda la ne be je ntem
tap send ni zoom ne one for no
aya se ba be ka US ni Canada yani ese pa World Cup na Medium say Afro. Already, I am fanning Ghana Premier League no come and Nation Chelsea and pound out of Lions and but before no and 11 wonders tenefi all blacks ekotwa me come no mo antimi anti wonder them say problem no e sikasam nti amomu games no shana yes shawo mo nti Nations and pound out of Lions and ochena no how United ebe tenefi no ma train Asante Kotobobo Kono Kaila Coach Nuruddin Amadou Ane Didi Dramani Omane House of Folk na Ebo Awona Media Man so atenefie atwen Brekum Chelsea Samatex Ane baby any Gold Stars Ebebo Ediana Ane Baseke Holy Stars Dreams Ebebo Bechem United na Vision FC so no Abo Young Apostles eno eye Monday 13 games eba so in the Ghana Premier League ayala enye ne kakra bi na mema atiefo ne mram na asa ne yebasa for time bi
mama fa we woman sana maka Ghana Premier League na samaka sami ya kwa share England yenza ngofa mun komo ne mra na
me kra ya what time obi kofa odo
kalumos yekofa mun komo ne mra
am say consider na nke kofa mun mra
England ko bo
omusu do mini England for no yam for mun mra
say me makira majun was ade ohun dada
and am do sense nkwan
and must me say we are only thinking one direction and we have failed to think the other one, which is also football. Rich, last time me my example team bia so be so qualify for Champions League I didn't hear because also competition I attract good players.
Sure.
In this ultimate qualify for Champions League no the competition attract good players about the team yeah this uncle football dey bia and Argentina Ghana nko qualify to World Cup, which competition will attract big players to a national team now. Yeah, then you see there be side no of football analysis no, but we only look at the other side of pride, ego. So kind for it. We are too emotional about maybe say but maybe my chairman look, Hohoi is one stubborn team, and they are one of the best teams in home games. Kotoko must be careful.
As a team's in every division one by an idiot. So far, I'm
Kotoko must be very, very careful. Especially Omo captain, Sofiane, Rich, Unibobo Papa. Then they have a DM, Cookie, on Atonsu boy, super number 6. Kotoko was someone and Omochi or more astro tefness. They are a very, very good team. I'll bet me on my game on any day. What Kotoko have shown, and I say, in games are deemed to go and get something away from there. No? And I Kotoko so to me, at least, I'm going to draw be a because of almost squad in depth and quality of rotations are almost me aye. Rich, me assure so one of the reasons why I in a house a film in the FA Cup was Didi was thinking about the Tamale trip. A kind wa Karela Mufie, you need your best players to be rested for that game. And Rich, it will be suicidal for Didi. Say after true life for National Mono. Say na Karela game na all jine hum bebre nti and we film in the FA Cup to go and lose in Tamale. Na say what we ni ashe to me no man ni na abo. And my game we very, very crucial to Didi. Any house of folk no. And I don't like that kind of pressure on us. If a quick gamer, a year away, but they must do whatever it takes to win that game because of pressure. A work club anymore. Marriage, Senate Debia Yakano. House is one of the best away sides. And no matter how difficult away first study, they've shown some more the character to play that games in the B. And Coach Nhyira Amadu Yenimuno. Sometimes a fear game ni bono because of the pragmatism no ayana a riane kakra because he doesn't know whether to play the game as the home team dominate us on pay games where he has to dominate and win or per game of so real no show it's on no home against the big boys now na ama game na quite tricky in terms of the planning at the amanenti both Kotokone has our very, very tricky away games. Heart of Lions about my movie.
Lions. Almost bought nations and
Heart of Lions. Nations.
Nations ne.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now I have to go and watch.
Okay.
Wow. Richie, to be a nice game to watch.
But you fought
against Mayanga. Mayanga by us fast and 5 so ne do
nations.
Oh, Richie, that would be a nice game. Myself, who are told to important one hour Kumasia. I mean, 3 p.m. Very, very beautiful games. Nations, any Heart of Lions, and an airboy in that game to reach. Tricky games. Monday about.
Sure.
We will discuss the results now. The freestyle games in the by Kotoko away to Hawaii House away to Kerala. Games we must have our attention there.
Okay. Some of my beer lines in the moment so Mama Chama James 3220 A3581 A3582 A3583 Obutu betimi abana odo adwenche no abebie lines no ade amamba menkoso ana menka mo se enshabo do no yegusua yesam se kitua bia ensa sika fam aduane afam empaboa fam ntare afam nyina no ode ba yebeje na yede akwakoboa ayemubruhu enti kwada ho opeso yeniska 0550 068822 0550 068822 na Clement AC abana fi wonso odo sika kakra no ababe boy. Hello first caller.
Hello.
Yes sir.
Oba me di ke boate e ka tafi do kwai asanso. Me so ma ma make na se e bo ma se asante ko po fire se o mbe ko ho no mbe ti ko 5 points no mo dia bre because o mo ye team bia o mo sa no o ma be che ha so ko kwa ga o mo ti e wa asante e dey de se o mo ba ya ko ye reform to mo ye team ketwa ana se ze na draw na ba ya no ya je se ya ko we cap de team no ketwa bia ni kiti bia ni obia ba ne partner so ya started there ye be mo sa de ye bo we cap an kasanya pina back pass bia go ba ye she of another.
Okay, and so yeah, that's a Kabna Abramovich say Dallas to Toronto averagely is $800, and it also depends whether you are connecting or straight flights. Okay, hello,
Richard.
Yes, sir.
Juma
Dasi.
Pacho Midian Joel. Me do do anima for convent. Na si fi mo ya na so me bit ma gide.
Yeah.
And I know the woman here. bit magic cup na Ghana.
Black Stars is the Kwaje World Cup.
Yeah, Black Stars. So more analysis, man, so more.
And the Nyanyo.
But the question I'm going to be and also America president, their band almost community or no. Omono Mexico and also US.
Unless me check it. Me check it.
Okay. Ghana, in foreign farming because I created the GD and that's my whole cup now. My president wants to take up no weather on my bread. So, my farming.
That's it. Yeah, that's a pie and fun as hello.
Richardo!
Oiboniana.
Richardo, one here. In Bobo, Richardo, with what in fact, my memoir about so, only a bit of phone, so our sports, the Chrome Hano. They do and a park up in the 12 now. Not Chrome Hard ID analysis, I the doctor from such low more. Not only, nobody can say Dr. Elijah Mahmoud Bawuia, former vice president.
Oh, Oibo, well, I drop you any enco for us. Hello? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm from to say.
I'm Adam.
Hey, now, who can't buy you a Modiaco now? What do you know?
Yes, sir.
And I know me too, I want to say, maybe you mammy, radio bell. We say, Chelsea, Lucia, and I know somebody will be a
I say about drawing. I know I about drawing and say.
Yo, without
okay, that's a funny color.
The great Richardo Bakope.
Yes, sir.
Anani Kusuko.
Anani.
Boss Bakope.
Nebiabo there.
Oh, and what the year papa. I can't ask my and got a good league until for the year and what the year papa. Now, they said, draw on your babon. You say, you're probably the Ghana and the Panama, I bet you 1 point move. And that's why there is 0 points in the bar. Because the Saka at the right, let's say, a bit of Kinechi, let's say, Rice, Eddie, Bella Hamid, let's say, Benjamin Salad, the phone, you're so each other, so 9
That's it, I can see. Ajay David, I'll say, please, let's put history aside and discuss the real facts. Because the team that drew with Germany is entirely different from today's team. Okay, that's your opinion.
But Germany, the team that Ghana was so you drew, Germany team is different from the Germany team.
And they can't.
Of course, so be able to team never.
Okay. Hello?
Richardo.
Yes, sir.
Is there any two do an album and it's a copsing and plan number 1?
All right.
Richardo, I'm not money ayala, Nhyira, I was so covered for the program, Mama knew dead. So covered for what you do, our fan or so. Nhyira. Now the only partner.
Kafra. Renaissance Fabium. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Open your castle, the film to say.
Let me add them here.
The patrol.
Richardo.
Coco Doctor.
Richardo.
Bernard Amwania, do you hear?
Air condition special, this year, full as of a Coco Doctor.
Richardo.
Welcome to this. Look what the new papa. Boys now, one work up for the bomb. You see, one extra training. Now, on my fan could have sent you. Yes, you put to a papa. Young boy from what is it? You are for you. You are cocked to bed. Nobody did you on one course from quarter of pound in your home. You did the trophy number. And you trophy number. I mean, it's an honorable orchestra for the team. Honorable review of the African wife. Now, what's that? I'm not saying you, I'm not doing a tree. Mamma, you know,
yeah, that's a Maswa Babayaro, I say Ghana need to augment our squad with better and quality team for this Mundial. The technical team must make amends in game plan and more tactics. We wish the team the best of luck. Maswa Babayaro, ne this message GD Abalo.
Hello?
Ebony.
Champion Richardo.
Kwame Eugene. DL.
That's what
Patrick and Quay.
Without boss, without the power, I'm trying to be a fool and say, a drum, and what me, engineer, the gas with the Kumatis from about the general police agency, which you want to channel, sit gas with the million, and one wanting to do one issue. And for one in channel, you put your gas with the Nona, you knew young Kwame, Yanamaho, to clear the way chopper. Papa, I can't make a say, 5:30, I'm say, Basuna, you know, red the teeth, but that's sanity. Your bumper send the legend Iniesta, Echo Park, so any boys who could be commercial, you see a bono from Donkor, and then say, the legend, anyway, she and no Catadi, let's remember baby, ever conquer the city, Equamaya Bois, or Ne, Richard, you Juma, Richard has a same one of Costro. So that you know, and your bumper said the message in my corner, which man is Adam, my not, but you know, that's my person. You are the Mokoraba.
Was it your Kohaba?
Oh,
now a group we ever qualified.
Oh, and somebody I'm going to some grammar why I didn't eat. You can kind of say, I told you, and somebody somebody I don't know, and now May come back and imagine him with 2 hours my idea. And by your team, I'm sharing for most my idea. And the
that's it. Why? And as if intimate for Frefu BIB, unfortunately, your time no. As so, Ibrahim Mensa, Richard, please, we need to call Hodgson Odoi and Katia to help strengthen our Black Stars to raise our performance and complete all the games we will face. Also, Ocean from Dubai and Odessa message at the Arrain. All right, you're from here. Na yenya 1 or 2 birthdays be na fe yenja dia kano Emma abenwa timino na fe omonso emfa yen enkoje mesel birthday no yen started from, let me check, apia kubidie na ha ona yo ba yes say Emma first and anya sa so come on
ladies first
ode one ma de open mass mo
maton kapa
open mass mpa oni andi
eno ade maton ka de wi
about na so as a battery so mo de mon cambrofo dey see there bibia man mo de mon cambrofo na be menutwi sa be na asemasi bra so mo connect so mi woni tirim say me baby aso ni free ba
okay you know why so be odwalo here na se wo horo woni ba be free ba so ko ba ne mun take break na adofo be se asama do ho nye
to da sa na se ba okay yeni apia kubi ewi asem nsem host ase yerisha Millicent Atta awo eye abua kwase paase. Happy birthday to you, Millicent. Maybe I will be a Yamin pa Befefe, Yamin Shop Donkor so anya okese. Millicent a student. Na appear say Yamin show a belated birthday. Yamin Shop na anya okese. In fact, in Shebia our birthday mo nyankopon emfa emfa enmo Millicent Atta wo kwa sepase. Happy birthday to you, a student of Bia Limelight College of Education. And also one of the second one from Yenyan Kasinia, sorry dying and no cry he. Okay, sorry dying say Yaweshi a Mali Scott. And also at Danyame Hona Mali Scott a war. Mali also happy birthday to you. Sorry dying Ebony, I say Yaweshi happy birthday. I mean sure bro. Na onya okese di wakoma prehwebia no nyankopon eno na onfa ema sokoban fatilo
Richardo na before say we busa mempo no ene lady birthday
okay
Margaret Jemfua lady ene birthday na mage etebu akwa oya dwuma Sego Lane oye na me adma 12 December kono ben graduation that's what we school.
Oh, okay. Oben is on the 12th.
On the 12th December.
Say no boko akujano.
Akujano.
Okay. All right.
Lady, and your birthday. Happy birthday to Kupon Show. No cause one on your casino. No sabisum bia. Every day, Emmanuel come from our Rankas Warden in Dennis. As me friend chef from Sunamere. So happy happy birthday.
Now to Sokoban Fatilu walk with Sokoban Fatilu.
Richardo.
But then boys in the manager means I'm telling you. I mean, bedrew Sokoban around there. I was about 6'10", and I'm bedrew Sokoban. Now, me bedrew and I'm share squad no cry and walk on okay. And I say, if I know Falabio, but the crowd was mad. Massive crowd. And I dear Bakunam who said Sokoban for Filu. Oh, yeah. Sokoban name put him on it. How much as a woman for Unyago cry? Squad. I got good so every day. Moon Kada, a Mumma Mimpenu for and Mumaya. And Maya.
Very necessary.
Demon say.
Richard Oni.
Not gonna be doing anymore.
See, I just so for
I got a win and come to me. I did again, you are not. Me a penny, so penny, dear, my bubble. Me, I walk with me, so that. How did the anti say to me?
No, say shaky.
Yebu amoya. Mama nipa kok baby in Zoko.
Richard, what's your penny? Maybe no mean tell you don't but 10 Busan said, David Chasela. Bobo has when you didn't walk to Konya, didn't Sika. No, say, Bobby said, Dean was a ding. So local commercial bank is a friend and national your mount loan.
Richardo, and no, I sat 440. Also, make a t-shirt in Israel. So I'm about to on Sabakabi. Me do one which are not doing some dodgy cry. T-shirt you answer. Can't grab in the hair.
No, I know about no mom t-shirt. No. Oh, come on.
I want to say, I didn't bear day.
I mean, star boys in the Obia or buy. In fact, and no much shadow.
Now, police for to say, hey, really, AIG so. You found no man. No, some catch them. Some for bear 5 from there. Yeah. We know some money boys no Orlando Moa. I'm making sure say car be come on. BBI come
there. Because police want to German some cry.
Not German sir. Yeah. To Richardo fan clubs, Vision fan club, Oniado, Samsung Vision Drivers Association, Samsung Royals, and the fan clubs umbe we don't mean set up for sponsors no. Okay. Nature's Modern Clinic, Vigdan Healthcare. We don't want to see Sankofa, Metro Tom Brown was here. I mean, show more. Sounds so na zap mineral water so be change so. And I have a chemical so ebuy. Mama fiam poma, mama fiam poma. I mean, show. The don, I mean, show good fellow. And I mean, show
good fellow say we try flight from and crying. And the buy. About walking we are on sign. At the flight and call back to Accra.
Brad Charles, Mr. Charles, the boss you see for me.
I mean, show.
And me chairman, will be a chairman. Mr. Denyame see from come.
A chairman there's one who see from and who see from. Chairman Denyame
and after your media guys no.
Oh yes.
Kineben Yamishano, Nelson, Sports Crew no. Kumasi FM4, Saver FM, won to me. I said baby a boss FM baby oh Richardo.
One just Starboy
from Angel FM.
And now Starboy my mistress also obey. Obey den.
Yeah, now it's all the idea. And I tell you, we send you free Blokumba.
Yeah, we send in here, we say.
We send Mamma Casa when I'm more domo.
Oh,
I'm about family.
I'm Titi, you're crazy for to low for MP. And I'm Mati. Is it 2020?
Some of them MP, and me quite you. Step by step.
I think I'll be using our body.
Richardo, Chairman, now you know, dear fat low canyon, we must say, independent man in Siabo. O power watch with much and awesome. Sure. And Sana, Kokumen some about near man, Comacha, and if you brew as a fat low, Sabe, if you dear what is true, if you get to a nice beer with Ninunia, can you permit Netty? And so Nama Homasun of your head. And if I look young faster than multimedia. Now young faster than my fat low, so not so what pay and nim, shouldn't me a Jimmy some. But you know what I'm just here. Now so, Wakala. No man soon and could have believed that type and Bonia or you know, Bissuaman. And now I said fat low and Titia Modia Manintino and Monimo dia Mayano. If you are so home for now, fat low so Miss Mijinefi the case so near the Munyam say, and yes, that at the amount pass what
do biase,
I said, all
right, yet, see. Chairman, maybe I'm going to
104.5